Let me go. Feeling this already.
WMD.
Time to turn up when I enter the building. Either you fake or do this for a living. Locking down the game like I put it in the prison. It's not a rap career, more like a mission. The shit I spit is always low. Got C4 explosives in my coat. The rap terrorists, I thought you know. These bum motherfuckers just got to go. When it comes to the bars, I'm well trained. Been doing this at a young age. I'm animal outside the cage. Turning enemies to shark bait. How much shit I got to take when it comes to the rap game nowadays. Most these bum dudes need to fade. Not the haircut from Stevie J. Clap, clap, that's that. Put him in the knapsack. Lyrical chit chat. Bring that track back. Nigga in the tic tac. Smell like an ass crack. Where's them hoes at? All my nuts at. Guilty. Been a bad influence. With my music show improving. Legacy pursuing. I'm a mutant that be pooping or your belly moving. Either got your mind thinking or your body moving. Stash a microphone from you and ask what you doing. Am I you the music moving? Got you acting stupid. Still recouping about to lose it. All these slicks and juices. Smoke with the Easter Bunny. Body slam Cupid. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm not even gonna go too crazy, you know what I'm saying? That's some little light. But for the rest of this fucking tour, I'm gonna go fucking ham on your whore. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do to silverback a rap.
I'm from the back block, it's hotter than the matchbox. Put scammies off of laptops, for rackies till my shit pop. Don't treat it like a pit stop or you might get your shit rocked. The flies where they kick rock, so nigga watch your snot box. The dine is always tip top, just blame it on pure hip hop. My niggas know I've been hot. I used to hit the hood and pray for knots, then hit the block with blueprint in the speaker box. I know it's cold, but the block's hot, and dirty waters like the copper, will it ever stop? This fly city state of mind, while a nigga only grind, cause I saw my nigga shine, but then he caught a 3 to 9 for total straps at the Coney, and plus the ops on get back, so you know I got it on me.
Fuckin' with my block, this shit gets dangerous. Fuckin' with my block, these clowns don't hang with us. Fuckin' with my block, we stay on duty. We outside, my nigga, it's a movie. Fuckin' with my block, this shit get dangerous. Fuckin' with my block, these clowns don't hang with us. Fuckin' with my block, we stay on duty. We outside, my nigga, it's a movie. I'm from the block with niggas chase figures. We Mr. Homies is dead, we pour liquor. You dudes goofy like John Ritter. Nutcrackers from summer to winter. From the projects they call Murder Hill. You get body and they got the burner still. Don't forget the arcade and the pizza shop. Camping out the Dr. J's when sneakers drop. 4th of July, you hear the guns pop. Got it from the back of the trunk, not gunshots. Looking for the dude with the blood on the corner. People start wilding out when weather's warmer. Hard to find a regular job that pays good. Main reason why dudes hustle in the hood. Shell shock from these cops that act racist. They don't like us cause our black faces. Locking up innocent dudes that lose cases. These projects is known for their mazes. My block similar to Double Dragon. Right around the corner the ops stay clashing. It's a passion, we grind for rations. Just imagine the clubs we crashing. Fuckin' with my block, this shit gets dangerous. Fuckin' with my block, these clowns don't hang with us. Fuckin' with my block, we stay on duty. We outside, my nigga, it's a movie. Fuckin' with my block, this shit get dangerous. Fuckin' with my block, these clowns don't hang with us. Fuckin' with my block, we stay on duty. We outside, my nigga, it's a movie. As your Raz to let y'all know what's happening. I just logged back into my StreamYard or whatever, and they got this new feature going on. This shit just had me perplexed for a short period of time. I'm like, what is all this new ish like? But I'm gonna figure out what they got going on with that, but not right now. We got a show to do tonight, huh? I heard Cody Rhodes is gonna be here tonight on SmackDown. We got Shinsuke Nakamura going against LA Knight tonight. Hey, you already know. I started from the beginning, like on most Fridays, if not most Fridays, all Fridays, I take it to the top when I start the show. When I watch this, when I'm on the show here and I'm watching SmackDown, you know what I'm saying? Solo going up against Braun Strowman tonight. Yo, Solo, if you don't, it's like who even cares? You already know this dude, Drew McIntyre. He tight. Oh, he ran up on Damian Priest, who was terminated on sight. But yeah, B should be interesting SmackDown. And he broke Damian Priest's phone. Yeah. But this motherfucker's in there, Meltzer in there saying now it was a last minute decision about Cena turning heel. I'll call Cap. That's what I think. I think some of that caliber, they're not just gonna go on the night of and be like, you know what, we're gonna pull the trigger on Cena turning heel. Hell no. I definitely call Cap on that. That had to have been like, I would say like a whole year in the making. I think they had a thorough conversation and see like, yo, how are we gonna go about this? Because I won't be surprised. Like, I just know that shit was in the spur of the moment type thing. Okay, they still showing the highlights from Elimination Chamber. Well, y'all see the title. Can Mox cope with Edge? You already know this Sunday. This Sunday is Revolution. You got this dude Mox putting the title on the line against this dude Copeland. Like, I don't know, man. I just think, and everybody else thinks the same thing. This dude Copeland's gonna beat Mox, and then this dude Willie Yuta is gonna you know first of all Willie Yuta's gonna cost Mox a belt, and then later on down the line, sometime down the line, this dude Christian is gonna cash in. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think it's gonna cash in on Revolution though, because they already teased it with this dude. You know what I'm saying? With this dude, mushing or pie facing Willie Yuta. They already teased that shit. Which I don't understand. Like, Mox, how the hell can you be mad at this dude? Like half the time, if not half the time, most of the time, Willie Yuta's been fucking saving your ass. Let me drop that link though. We're gonna talk about it, B. Pull up, pull up. Yeah, Ricochet versus Swerve for the number one contendership. People thinking that Samantha Irvin's gonna pull up. I heard this one theory, there's one angle a dude try to shoot, basically saying you know how this dude Ricochet didn't have the robe on him. He said he had to get it dry cleaned or whatever the case may be. Like maybe he used that robe to make a new outfit for Samantha or something like that. Not completely against that idea. Okay, got Randy Orton coming out. You know he's gonna call out Kevin Owens. Definitely their first time having the match at Mania. Like, like Kevin Owens has to win, man. Kevin Owens has he ever won a Mania match? Come to think of it, I don't know if Kevin Owens ever won at WrestleMania. Everybody is singing along to his theme music. I hear voices. Was it crying? I see tempers rising. A few tempers. I don't know what the fuck he says. Y'all know like the when you moderate like I hear I feel tension rising. I see blood that's rising. You know, whatever. You know the gist of the song. Well, yeah, Kevin Owens must win, man. Hold up. I think I bumped my head. Hold up. Yeah. Oh no, I'm good. I watched a little bit of Evolve. Yo, that Jack Cartwheel dude, telling you, man. Like I only seen a couple of matches of him here and there. I forgot where else I seen him wrestle at, but that dude is definitely fun to watch. The ladies has started off with a tag team match for that first Evolve card. Like Shorty, I forgot her name. The black one, the black chick, she got power. I definitely see her going somewhere, and I definitely see that black powerhouse dude that had the dreads. Like he reminds me a little bit of this dude Mims from NWA. These dudes still singing along. Like let the man speak. Like they got Randy on over here tearing up, singing his music. It's all good though. And he got what to do though. To just put Cope with Christian like as a tag team. I won't be surprised if they end up doing that like maybe like later this year because like after Christian catches in and whatever, and then he has his little. I don't even think his AEW championship run was gonna be for long, and I think that's when he's gonna go back to being the face after that championship run. Oh man, hell yeah! I ain't gonna lie, I teared up a little bit seeing Luger get inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I get it. You know, it's it's crazy the shit with him and Liz or whatever the case may be, but we don't have like concrete proof that it was foul play. I don't like. I ain't gonna lie. I vaguely remember what happened. I just remember that he called the cops because she was being unresponsive. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just glad he got his moment, man. I'm glad he's getting this moment, and we all definitely miss Liz without a shadow of a doubt. Shit. Right before I took my old nigga nap earlier, I see you playing. But I see you was live. I forgot what you was playing though, Andy. God, I'm about to start doing that shit a lot more too. I was on Twitch game and I was playing Aliens Fire Team. I think it's called. I was playing Aliens Fire Team and it didn't even fucking record the feed. But I'm definitely gonna start doing that a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Playing mainly like old school games, not too old, but oldish. Like when it comes to like Street Fighter and shit, do shit like that. I want to hear a little bit what this dude Randy Orton saying. So it's like who's in the Hall of Fame now so far? You got Triple H, you got Demolition, you got Michelle McCool. Who else? Of course, Lex. I think that's it. And Lex, yeah. Hall of Fame definitely not looking bad this year. And I think it's getting its own separate show. Like, well, it had a separate show, but it's gonna be like in its own night. Like, it might say like, how they gonna do it? I think it's gonna be on that Saturday. I mean, on a Thursday. I think it's gonna do it like you have the Hall of Fame on Thursday. You have SmackDown on Friday. Then you have the Mania weekend, and that's a great lineup. Let the Hall of Famers shine. Give them their own day. Especially y'all really don't got nothing going on Thursday. What be going on? Like, you know, what I'm saying AEW. I think AEW got a show on Thursday. I'm not too sure, but WWE don't have nothing going on. So put the Hall of Fame there on Thursday. He tried to murder Sami Zayn. Like the whole elimination chamber was fun. The whole PLE was fun. You know what I mean? On the still cutting his promo. Like I wanna unmute like unmute it and shit. I'm unmuting it here and there. I don't want to completely unmute it and let it rock because on the Facebook side, this should be tripping. They would have hit me all types of copyright shit just because of the audio. I remember everybody was saying that, oh, this dude, Randy Orton, basically should have been here now going against Cena. Excuse me, not Cena, going against Cody. I guess they didn't do that shit because now people are starting to like his music more. Like people already liked his interest music, but now they like it even more. You have them singing along and all that. Yeah, B. Thanks for the likes though. People in the bushes hitting the thumbs up. I guess y'all just want to hear me yap tonight, huh? Oh yeah. Wasn't Athena and Mercedes Monet having a back and forth on X? Hold on. I'm gonna see if that was true because I heard that, but I ain't get a chance to look that up. Let me see. What? That's when this dude turned evil. Good shit. What's going on?
Ba, 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 ba.
Did was is that rumor true about Mercedes Monet and Athena going back and forth on X?
I don't know. I haven't been on Twitter all day.
Like I'm trying to look
I
for.
just
I
saw.
don't see anything. It's hard to read X now. I don't even know what the fuck be going on half the damn time. It's like I don't know. It's like it's
Same.
backwards to me.
That
But
is just
what's good
negative all
though?
the time. Yeah, I'm just watching Bianca and Naomi having their soul food moment. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I took it. I'm at the beginning. I'm just not this dude just now finished cutting this promo. Randy Orton.
Okay, you'll see it. It was a good promo. Probably the best promo I've seen her cut. So I've always thought for many years that Naomi has untapped potential as a heel. It's just she's such a nice person in real life that I've
Yeah,
never been sure, like, does she have it in her to just be a bitch? And that's just the answer, the question I wasn't sure of. Because she's always been very strange because Naomi was an FCW girl. So when WWE's women's division was at its worst during the Divas era, the
mm-hmm.
Bellas and Kelly and Maurice wasn't bad, but she was part of that Divas era. Naomi was not part of that Divas era. She was on Total Divas, but she was not a 100% diva. But then when NXT, the game show, got rebranded to the NXT that we all know, and they started to
Mm-hmm.
push women's wrestling, and you had like Sasha, Bailey, Becky, Charlotte, Asuka, Shayna, and so on and so forth. Naomi was not part of that class either. She was not part of that NXT class. So she wasn't a Hunter girl, but then she wasn't a Vince girl either. She's always just sort of been like in this kind of middle ground. She's not a quote unquote indie darling, but she's not a diva either. And so because of that, she never really had her turn. Not really. She was just kind of skipped. I mean, the minute that
Mm.
Paige debuted, she won the title in her first night, and then it went from her to like Charlotte and Sasha and Becky. And yeah, she eventually did win a women's title on SmackDown, but let's be real here. Does anybody really remember that? No, not
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
She never really had her turn. She was kind of skipped over. So when you look at it from that perspective, if there's any chick to have a reason to go heel and just be like, you know what, fuck everybody else, it's my time now, it's her.
And
She
it
really
was
has the
that
reason to.
was really weird about her at the time because remember when she had the glowing title, you would think they would have pushed it even more. Like they didn't really
Yeah,
and I guess because
right.
they was
Yeah, it
mad
was
that
great
she that
marketing.
yeah, I guess because she took it upon herself to make the title glow, and they didn't appreciate that.
Yeah,
I get that
yeah.
aspect, but it's like, but y'all to be the same people that say like, oh, sometimes y'all gotta push the envelope, sometimes you gotta, you know, think outside the box and do certain things. And then when people do it, y'all get mad at them. I don't get it.
She's definitely she's good. She's good in the ring, and
Yeah.
I can't
I
say.
want to piggyback what you had said not too long ago. Like around that time, she was more of like a valet. You know what I'm saying? Not a manager, just a valet. Because remember, she was with this dude, Brodus Clay and shit. Like they'll have like maybe a sporadic match here and there, nothing too crazy. But that'll be it. She didn't really become a full-fledged wrestler until damn. When did she really become a full-fledged wrestler? Like it was definitely after the Divas belt was gone, I think. I think after the Divas belt was gone, I think that's when she really embraced being a wrestler.
She didn't really have her own like thing really until the brand split came back in like 2016, because that was when she rebranded herself as the whole Feel the Glow thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's good. She's good. It's just she's the type of good where she never really got her flowers for how good she can be. So, but basically, all I'm saying is the potential is there. I remember vividly. I remember exactly where I was when I watched the game show NXT, the all woman season. I watched that whole episode live. I remember watching it at school because I was still going to school back then. And I remember of all the girls that were there, I looked at her and I said, she's the most main roster ready. And yet somehow Caitlyn won. And nothing against Caitlyn, because she improved too, and she got decent, but she was not the best person. Naomi was.
Right.
I mean, it didn't matter because most of them would end up on
Because
the
she
main
definitely
roster
had more of
anyway.
a person, like because Naomi definitely had more of the personality.
Yeah, But so she definitely has a story. She almost has like a Bret Hart kind of vibe going on, because with Bret, Bret never turned. The fans turned on Bret. The fans changed, the culture changed, and then Bret was like, man, fuck y'all, and he just went heel, and it worked. So I've always thought that Naomi has the potential to be this bitch heel. It's always just been a question of, number one, does she have it in her? And number two, if she does have it in her, will the company get behind a black chick like that? And I don't mean like a regular, because Naomi is black. You know what I mean?
Right. She's not
would they do,
Samoan, not Polynesian, nothing like that.
Exactly. Yeah, like would they get behind someone like that? Because in the modern era, they still haven't. So, but we'll see.
Because you got Bianca. Bianca was at the top of her game from before, but she's still somewhat relevant to this day. But so it's definitely a possibility. And you see, they sort of like this one a lot more. What's it, Last Legend? She's starting to get liked a little more. So it's possible. TKO, what to do though?
You know what I mean? What's up?
You know what I mean?
So Naomi is gonna be the heel, like I thought she would be.
Oh, I didn't even get to that part. So she did turn heel.
I mean, there was really no other choice.
Mm.
There were some people that were thinking it was going to be Bianca. I didn't think so.
But, yeah, it was me. Because I really thought that Naomi was puzzled getting her ass whipped to the chamber. I thought she really didn't know what the hell was going on.
I hope Bianca changes her mind. I just think from a career perspective, it's not good to just want to be a face all the time, because at some point that's just going to get stale. But let's just hope she changes her mind down the road.
You think it's probably because they already did a dramatic heel turn? They don't want to do it twice, like to do too much.
She doesn't want to be a heel because she wants to be, and I'm using her own words here, she wants to be a positive role model to young black girls. Yeah, and I get it. Because growing up as a wrestling fan, I can legit count on one hand how many black female wrestlers there were. Like literally just one hand. It was like Miss Jackie, that black chick from Tough Enough, Jazz, Awesome Kong.
Yeah.
That's it. That was it. There was no other black chick. Yeah, just 4. So
Yeah,
I get it.
literally. I'm really trying to think of any others.
Yeah.
I guess Shaniqua, Raka
Yeah.
Khan.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Really, that's one of the few good things about the modern era is that there's more black women wrestling now than there ever have been in multiple companies. So
Yo,
there's an
y'all remember
overabundance of it now.
y'all remember Midnight?
Wasn't that the chick with Harlem Heat? She was like the Black China or
Yeah,
something like that.
she was a booker. Yeah, she was
Yeah,
green as
yeah,
grass.
yeah, yeah. But I get it. That's
And
her reason. That's why she wants to stay face. So
was I don't think she should stay face for long. One day, when the time is right, I hope she does reconsider it. Especially if you look back at how she was on NXT, she was a heel and it worked.
mm,
But we'll see. And I think this heel turn for Naomi may work better than than her previous one, honestly.
So if that's the case, is she still gonna come out and dance and all that? Is she still gonna do all that?
well,
You
that's
think
another
so?
thing too. Because if she's going to go heel, the risk of that is you got to completely change your presentation. That was another thing. Because it's like if she goes heel, no more dancing, no more glow, like new theme music. Obviously, it's like it's a big endeavor. You gotta change your whole, and that's the thing too. That's the fear about going heel is because there's expectations of it. It's like, what would it look like? Like right now, like Cena turn heel, you got all these fans that are just fantasizing and visualizing. What's that first entrance gonna look like? What is he gonna wear? What's his music gonna be? What's his
Well,
attire gonna be? You
It gotta
know,
be off his. It gotta be one of them tracks off his album.
well, I do
right?
know that. Well, I do know this. John Cena is coming. John Cena is going to be on Raw on March 17th, which is the week after next. And I don't know if this means anything, but it's the same day where March 17th is the same date he debuted Time Is Now. So we'll
Hmm,
see.
interesting.
Hmm.
It really has been
Yeah,
20 years since that song, hasn't it?
it really has. Remember, that
Yeah,
song debuted in 2005.
yeah. That's when I
And I
knew. I remember that's when I knew that I stopped watching wrestling then, but I knew Cena was next only because they had played his song on 106 in Park. That was like right before 106 fell off. And I remember there were a lot of people that saw that song and they had no idea Cena was a wrestler. They just thought he was a rapper.
yeah. Hmm.
I was like, wow, that's when I knew like, yeah, this dude's popping into pop culture. He's probably gonna be their next big star and he was.
They even played "I'm a Bad Man" on 106 in Park.
Yeah.
I thought the Bad Man video was good.
Oh
Honestly,
yeah,
the
that shit
eight
was fun.
yeah the eight reenacting the A team that was cool.
Hmm.
Creep through side streets, loose leaf notepads. That's where my rhymes leak.
I give
What happened to
Cena
that other
credit.
white
That
dude?
album was actually dope.
What happened to that other white boy? What was his name?
New
Bubba?
trademark.
Bubba Sparks? Was that his name?
Oh, Bubba Sparks. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know what
Yeah.
happened to him.
Last thing I remember, he lost mad weight, and that was it.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was pretty cool.
Bubba Sparks. You know what Bubba Sparks is? It's 1090 Jake.
Okay, we got Chelsea and Mia Yim, the feud that never ends. Oh my god.
Oh man, if Michin doesn't win the title here, you might as well pack it up.
Yeah, she might as well win the belt because Chelsea has done absolutely nothing with that U.S. title so far.
Bro, they
I
don't
mean,
care
that's.
about those belts, man. It doesn't matter who
I
has
mean,
them.
you know, you know
Man,
what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Speaking about the belts, this is what I wanted to talk to y'all about.
what's up?
Remember last episode, I talked about how motherfuckers is hypocrites for complaining about AEW having a lot of belts,
Right,
and
right.
I just did some math and some research. WWE has more belts than AEW does.
Yep.
Yeah, because it makes sense because they have more shows. Like
Even
especially they got the new WWE ID belts. I don't know why.
So that'll definitely put them over the top.
That's
The
not
only
even
thing
half.
WWE doesn't
I
have,
actually, yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, the only thing that WWE doesn't have yet is trios titles. That's the one area they haven't touched yet.
Give them time.
Well, you know what's crazy though? Even without the trios titles, they still have more belts than AEW. I did the math. AEW, including the Ring of Honor belts, they have a total of 13 belts. But WWE, including the ID belts, the NXT titles, and the two Speed titles, they have 20.
Yep.
That speed show is still a thing.
Yeah, it's
Apparently.
on
Yeah.
it's on Twitter, but yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, they play the matches on Twitter like NWA
Well,
does their shit.
you can count TNA's belts when they get bought. So
Uh, if you want to count the TNA belts, but yeah. So like over two,
Right.
yeah. So like that's over 20 belts WWE has. But
Yeah,
y'all complaining about AEW. Good lord.
that's a good analysis, my dude. Like, hey,
mhm.
that's what's up.
People
That's
just
why I
gotta
fucks
bring.
with that, man. Look, that's why I fucks with you guys because we, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna call this shit out wherever it is. Ain't no tribalism here. Because I ain't
Right.
gonna
Mhm.
lie, I really thought TNA had, excuse me, I really thought AEW had more belts than WWE. So, learn something new every day.
Yeah, I was
I
getting
did
into
at first
I
I
was
did too until I had to count it. But yeah.
yeah, I was getting into an argument with John earlier today. We was talking about just like the state of women's wrestling, and yeah, we was talking about Jade, and yeah, you was there too, TKO, and I was talking about how they're not going to admit this, but I bet they got buyer's remorse on Jade because this isn't working out as much as they thought it was, and then TKO said that TK doesn't get his credit for covering the flaws of Jade to make her look as good as she did, and I agree with that. And
Which
then
he
John,
doesn't.
right? And then John was just talking about how, oh well, WWE's got to develop her because AEW doesn't develop anybody. And then I struck back with him and I said, well, why is Tony Storm the best women's act in wrestling? She's not just the best women's act, and I mean, she literally won an award last year for best women's wrestler in any company. So what are you talking about? And then he was like, oh, well, AEW didn't develop Timeless Tony Storm. And I was like, yes, they did. Because when she
They
came in as,
really
because,
did. Like,
yeah,
they
because when she
really
came in
They
as
did.
sure, they
regular,
surely did.
yeah, because when she
Yeah.
came in as Tony Storm, she was just regular Tony Storm. There was nothing special about her. Then she reinvented herself, just like
Do I
Matt
need to
Hardy.
remind y'all? Do I need to remind y'all that the reason that Tony Storm was in WWE, she got pies thrown in her face? That was
Right.
her.
Right,
Like, what the
right.
fuck?
So it's like just because you don't like AEW doesn't mean you got to ignore the fact they fucking clearly did the work. It's like Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy was Matt Hardy. No one cared about Matt Hardy. Then he went to TNA and he became Broken Matt. It was a combination of Matt's mind, TNA creative, and Broken Matt is a TNA idea.
But I
And
remember
they,
at first, niggas was shitting on that at first. They was like, "Oh, it's corny." Like it
mm-hmm,
didn't catch on at first. Like I was probably like the only, probably the only ones that liked this shit. Because it's
yeah,
like, yo, wrestling doesn't always have to be super serious all the time. Sometimes the
right.
goofy shit
Right,
works.
And
right.
sometimes like both things can be true, because John was just on some kind of time, and I was like, bro, like it's okay because at the end of the day, like they still got Bianca Belair, they got Liv Morgan, they got Rhea Ripley, you got this Stephanie Vakir chick, you got Julia, so their women's division straight, so they'll be all right. But even though they'll be all right, it still doesn't change the fact they dropped the ball on Tony Storm. Triple H is a fan. Okay, I'll give him credit where credit is due. I attack him a lot. He's a fan. He's not a business suit. This dude pays attention. Cody said it himself. When Cody won the Ring of Honor title, the first congratulational text he got was from Triple H. He's like, "Congratulations." Why the fuck was Triple H paying attention to Ring of Honor? Because he's a fan.
Yeah,
He
he's
pays
definitely a
attention to
student of
what.
the game. Yeah, he's a
Yeah, he
student of
knows
the game.
exactly what's going on. He watches TNA and Ring of Honor and AEW. He knows exactly what every wrestler's doing. You don't think in his busy schedule, like, because he's a very busy guy. You don't think like when he's on a plane or in the middle of a conference call after it ends. You don't think like in his own private moment, he's just minding his own business and someone doesn't show him a timeless Tony Storm clip, and you don't think he's thinking like, man, how do we fuck that up? Because he absolutely is thinking that. Like it's okay. It happens. Every company makes mistakes. It's
True
it's
that.
all good.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to be losing any sleep over it. But they're right. The bottom line is like everything that Timeless Tony Storm does, like the black and white, the pageantry, the watch for the shoe. Like imagine that, but with a WWE budget. Imagine her entrance like at a WrestleMania. You don't think they
Oh
don't want that?
man,
Oh my
It would
God.
cook.
that should
It would cook.
look amazing. It really would.
Right. So the
Yes.
same people talking about how corny it is, like if that shit was on the main roster, like y'all be eating this shit up. So it's just like
Yeah,
it's okay
yeah.
if you don't like a company. You can still give a spade and acknowledge when they did a good job. And they did a good job with Timeless Tony Storm. They didn't do fuck
Right.
all over. Like TKO said, all they did was they just fucking threw a pie in her face and called it a day.
Right.
That's all they did.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
all they
And,
did.
and she
Oh my
left. After
God.
that, she just booked her flight and
Uh,
boogied.
They called her
I
up from NXT.
remember.
They called her up from NXT, and she just didn't appear on TV. She wasn't hurt. She didn't have any visa issues. She didn't have COVID. They just had nothing for her. And then when they did call her
Typical
up,
Vince McMahon shit.
and then when they did call her up, Charlotte threw a pie in her face, and that was it. She just fucking quit, and no one cared. Then when Sasha and Naomi did it, was, oh, you black bitch, like the fuck out of here.
I'm
Whatever.
telling you.
I'm sorry. I'm never gonna let that rest, man. I am never gonna let that rest. Sasha and Naomi stand up for themselves. They get shit. But when fucking Brock Lesnar dipped on them, no one says a goddamn.
Right. When them allegations came out and Vince had to step down and shit. Brock pulled that same shit backstage. Nobody had no smoke for that dude. He was like, "Oh, if Vince goes, I go."
Right. Like
He
fuck
knew. That's
you.
why. He knew what was up. Brock knew what was up. He knew Vince was going to do what he could to hype those skeletons. With Vince gone, he was not protected anymore, and we saw what kind of shit happened. That dude ain't never coming back. Only time he's coming back is for the eventual Hall of Fame induction, and who knows how many years that'll be.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Speaking
a
of which,
while. for that happens.
yeah, speaking of this, congrats to Lex, man. Lexi.
Oh,
Oh word! Lex Luger is going in the Hall of Fame, and so are the Natural Disasters. But that's awesome.
yeah, man. See, like who's in the Hall of Fame now so far? You got the Natural Disasters. You got Triple H. You got
Lex Luger and
Luger,
Michelle McCool.
McCool. Wasn't these dudes getting inducted too? Demolition.
I think so.
The word had gone out that they had signed a Legends contract.
Yeah.
So looks like they're setting that up.
I think that's the Legends. I think that was just the Legends deal. So they'll
Okay.
probably be in next year.
And I
But
heard
yeah,
that they might give the Hall of Fame, like give it its own night. Like, they have it on Thursday, then you have SmackDown on Friday, and then you have WrestleMania weekend.
don't they do that already?
What they do now is what they do now is the Hall of Fame is part of the Go Home SmackDown. So they do SmackDown, and then after SmackDown they do the Hall of Fame.
Right, right.
Oh, okay.
Who fucked it up was that fan that attacked Bret Hart. He was the one that fucked it up.
Oh God, I remember that shit.
He should have got beat the fuck up.
I heard FTR kicked his ass at the time.
Yeah, that wasn't enough because that was so fucking stupid that they like, come on. Like, what if he really would have hurt Bret? Like, what if he really hurt Bret? Like, seriously, or for that stupid ass stunt?
They used to do the
have nice things.
They used to do the Slammies in the Hall of Fame at the same time. It was like their Oscars. It was kind of cool. It made it look more legit, So
yeah, I miss the Slammies. I miss when he made the Slammies like a big deal.
Yeah, Owen. Remember how Owen made it part of his character? He would come to the ring to slam.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, you know
good.
what I'm saying? Who was he, like
Yeah,
a 2-time Slammy winner?
yeah, he was. Hmm.
They made it a big deal, you know what I mean? Like, but I get it. You already have enough belts as is. You don't need a trophy too. But I think they should do shit like that. Like, remember how TNA used to do it? TNA used to have like the year end awards, like when it comes to the best finisher, the best tag team.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, bring that back. Let's have for like 1 year. Oh, who did the best? Who did the? Matter of fact, they do that. Yeah, they do that. They do that a little bit. But yeah, congrats to Lex Luger, B. Just to see him stand up and all that was good shit.
Word, man. He walking again. Shout out to DDP for helping him.
How the hell is that man not in the Hall? Is DDP in the Hall of Fame?
He
I don't
is.
even know.
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
He's in the Hall of Fame. Mhm.
Oh, yeah, it's cool.
That dude is like, man, he's definitely the miracle worker for WWE. I hope he's teaching. I hope he has like a whole team of people that he teaches techniques to. So you know what I'm saying. So because a lot more wrestlers need to be healed, man. And the more healers, the better. So these wrestlers don't have to be on these crazy ass, pain meds and these strong ass oxycodones and all the other extra shit.
Right.
Last time I saw Britt Baker, she was on his YouTube channel. She was doing that ice tub thing, where you got to go into the
Yeah.
little
Yeah, I don't
ice
know how
bath,
they
and they
do.
put like
I don't know how they do that ice bath.
Yeah, that should have made my
It works.
fucking heart beat up my chest.
Yeah, it works wonders.
I mean, they don't. I mean, it's supposed to be like a 3 minute plunge, and then you just get out and pat yourself down real quick.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
if I'm Brit though, I might just want to keep that dentist job. Like anybody that's had a stroke shouldn't be anybody. No, I'm serious. Anyone who has
No, she
like
had a
any kind of
stroke?
mini stroke. What was it? What did she have? Was it stroke? What was her medical condition?
I didn't know that.
Remember when she was on Dynamite and she did that promo? Oh, what did she say, TKO? Was it a stroke? It was something serious. Um, I have to look
I
it up.
remember what's her name? Serena Deeb saying that she had the seizures. I don't remember anybody
Oh yeah, was
saying.
that what it was?
Yeah,
Was that yeah?
that was
Is that what Britt has?
I didn't know she was having seizure attacks too. I just knew Serena Deeb said that when she had that
I,
program against Tony Storm.
I know she's. I remember Britt saying that she did when she first came back that she had a Caesar. I just didn't know how serious it was.
Yeah, them seizures ain't no joke. Be like, I used to get them shits when I was younger. I had got like 2 of them when I was younger. That shit really feels like you're about to die.
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't want to. I know I'm not a doctor, but I really thought that it might have been epilepsy or something with Serena. I might be wrong,
Mm,
but I'm not gonna try to diagnose it. But if you have multiple seizures like that, it's just a thought.
mm.
But anyway, if anyone that has that, in my opinion, shouldn't be taking bumps.
Like it's crazy. It's like your body just locks up and you just like lay down,
Let me
sit.
see.
Like that's how you feel, but other people see you just shaking
Okay, I got
uncontrollably,
it right here.
but you don't be
She
shaking.
she
You feel
had a
like you just laying
transient.
stiff.
Yeah, I
Go
was
ahead, bro.
right. I got it right here. It says she had a transient asthmatic attack, which is just that's another word of saying a mild stroke. Yeah, I was
Oh
right.
Oh
man.
So she
wow,
had a mild stroke. Yeah.
Yeah,
So if that's
she
the
might have to
case,
chill out.
that's
yeah, if
why
that's
she's
the
not.
case, she
That's
should
why
just
she's
keep.
not in the ring that much. So I get it.
Yeah, she should just stay the dentist, man. That's a lot of good money you can make there. Someone like that should not be taking bumps. So
And if that's the case, then I apologize to Tony Khan when it comes to that shit. Because I was, like, yo, what the hell's going on with this dude? Not putting her on TV. Like, what's going on? Like, he just basically just, it makes it look crazy, but since she had that going on, that that's my bad. Well, I ain't know. So do I really have to apologize?
Hey, listen, it happens. I mean, it also says I was the same way a little bit when it came to Keith Lee, and then I found
Yeah,
out
me
that dude
too.
had. I mean, it makes sense. Dude had heart issues. We don't know how bad these guys' injuries really are until they tell us.
Mhm. How is Keith anyway? I haven't heard from him in a long time.
I have
He's
no
been fine,
idea.
as far as I know. Like you just been chilling.
He been chilling
Let
with
me look him up.
Michin. So hey, he did it.
Let me
He
see
be
if I can
doing
find
some
it.
TikToks with me. He be doing some TikToks with Michin. So I'm like, he's okay to a degree.
That's cool. Let me see. Let me see what this says.
Well, who the hell is that?
Oh, okay. It says Lee had double
Oh
surgeries in
shit!
January of last year.
Oh, what
Hmm.
happened,
What
TKO?
kind of?
Oh god.
Oh,
Sorry, what
wow.
were you saying? I'll tell you in a minute. But
No,
what was going on?
what I saw was it said that Leaf had double surgeries last year.
Oh
Who
god.
who had
Double
double surgeries?
double surgeries. I don't know. It just says double surgeries. That's what his wiki says.
Well,
Hmm.
I do hope he's okay. Also, Alba Fire is back, and she's apparently aligning with Chelsea Green.
And she got no reaction because no one knows who she is. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm
That's
former
talking about
besides
when I
the
say
point.
former tag
this
team
is what I'm talking about
champion.
when I say they're yeah.
Yeah,
This is what I'm talking
she's
about
a
when I
former.
say their undercard. Their undercard is hella undercooked. Like none of them are over at all because they're not on
the,
TV.
the sad part is, I really like Alba Fire. If you saw her, I never really watched NXT UK that much. I watched it for certain people. Like I saw certain matches. Alba Fire is exactly that, fire. But
Mm.
you would never know it because she's barely showcased. Like
They got
when
Escobar
as
on
soon as they
TV.
as soon as they fired Isla Dawn, I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, they did get rid of her, right?
Uh-huh.
We got Escobar on TV, and I mentioned the other week that he had a match against LA Knight. LA Knight hit his finish, and he just no sold after the match and got out of there. This dude's frustrated. He
He's
did.
like,
That
man,
doesn't
fuck this
He's
shit, man. Cabron.
I'm not even
yeah, this
shocked.
dude's
Like even with Andrade there, the minute they got Andrade, they just forgot about him. But
they don't
Andrade's
care
in
about
no better
Latinos, bro.
but
They
Andrade's
don't.
in no better position than him.
They don't care about Latinos, bro.
And
They
you know
never
why?
have.
Because they want motherfuckers to be the next Raid, the next Eddie. And it's like you're
Hmm.
never gonna, especially when it comes to Eddie, you're not gonna get that swag again. Just face it.
And to anyone that says Pentagon, like, don't give me that shit, bro. Like, talk to me in a year.
Why
And
would you want
Pentagon been established.
also why would you
Right.
want that for Pentagon though?
Like, because first of all, Pentagon is not like a luchador they built up. He already made his name elsewhere. This guy made his name in Lucha, AEW, and Impact. So it's not like he's a guy that just came from nothing. And the main reason
Right.
they're treating him good is because they're treating him good, not just because he's Pentagon. They're treating him good because they want to be like, oh, he's an AEW guy. So let's give him the glitz and the glamour to make other AEW people consider going. You know what I'm saying? So
Also, the other reason is because they just signed they're about to sign his brother. Ray
Yeah, but
Phoenix word
they
is
released him, right?
Ray Phoenix is released.
But
Word is
yeah.
I didn't see the report. So he got released today or yesterday or something?
yeah, and the word is Ray Phoenix is gonna debut at the end of March.
Yeah, because I seen that. I seen the when you had posted the article in the group.
Yeah, that's the latest word on him. So yeah.
We gotta look at that source though. You already know, because sometimes motherfuckers we just be posting anything. Let's see who
Yeah,
the source
typically
is real
speaking, you're
quick.
not going to get it. you're not going to get a debut during Mania season. You know,
That's
they're
very
better off
risky.
waiting until. Yeah, you're better off waiting until after Mania. That's the better thing to do.
That's what I think. I think they should do that for Phoenix and Aleister Black if they got him.
Yeah, I was saying that about Phoenix. I was saying that because me and Black Saw was talking about that on the last show. I was like, they should wait on Phoenix. They shouldn't they already got something going on with Penta. Penta's doing decent by himself. Don't just force Phoenix out there like that. Like, nah, let Penta. If anything, let Penta cool down a little bit. That's when you bring in Phoenix or Phoenix.
Right. And I guess we'll see what happens, man, because I don't know how they're going to do this.
But they definitely need tag teams.
Penta and Phoenix, the Lucha Brothers. There you go.
And they could be, and they hybrid because it could be a tag team and it could be a singles.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd be down to see the Lucha Bros versus the Motor City Machine Guns down the line.
They never fought. They had to have fought at least once, probably like in TNA or something.
Maybe.
Probably the Indies.
But it looks like, speaking of tag teams, looks like they're going with my idea and having that 5-way match.
Oh God! Just another way to find a way to make the Street Profits lose again.
I guess, but I've been called this shit the way it was looking.
Like, instead of these motherfuckers just coming out and jumping people, they should have had these dudes on a tear, just winning matches back to back. A new attitude. Y'all looking like y'all dressed like y'all old school Death Row records. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be coming out and just, squash matches, packing motherfuckers up. Well, you just have them coming out here and just jumping people from behind and shit. It's like, just for it to lead to this. And, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like they low-key punishing Montez Ford. I ain't going to hold you. Because they probably want Montez to go solo. But he don't want to leave this dude behind. But it's like,
I don't think they see anything in them. I think if they wanted to push Montez, they would have by now. It's been too long. It's been like what, 3-4 years now? Like, what happened? Because they already planted the seed.
Probably like 5 years.
When they put him in that chamber match for the U.S. title a couple of years ago, I thought, okay, that's the beginning of it. But it was just one and done, and they never mentioned it again.
That should have been the beginning of it, honestly.
And he did good against Roman. Remember, him and Roman had that singles match on SmackDown, and it was a decent match. Like, I don't get it. Because he did say he didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? He didn't want to leave this dude's side or whatever. But it's like, my dude, it's just business. You act like you're not going to fucking take a ride home or whatever after the show.
I think for them to get a serious push, they'd have to leave. That's just the kind of time WWE is on, You got to leave.
To go where, though? Where would they go?
I mean, does it really matter? Just make your name elsewhere. I mean, that's the kind of time you got to do. And look at guys like Drew and Lashley and guys like, they love it when people do that. It's like, oh, they're a star now. We got to have that. That's just the vibe I get.
Had them go to NJPW. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Had the Street Profits go to NJPW. Shit, they need the star power, don't they?
They certainly do.
That'll be something different.
Oh man, WWE showing these kids crying on video when Cena turned heel.
I love it. Sometimes you gotta kick those kids in the nuts.
Nah, I do too, because it really sells the heel turn.
Yeah, shout outs to Wade Barrett. Just no selling Cena's heel turn. He's dudes on his Bobby Heenan. Like what I've been saying all these years.
Right?
All these years.
Good call. He definitely should have been like, see, that's what I told you. He was nothing but bad news. He definitely should have sold it.
This dude just
Because
no sold the fuck out of it.
wasn't he the first one to try to make Cena embrace the hate?
Technically, CM Punk was, but yeah.
That shit was hilarious. Pat McAfee was like, "What?" Cole was like, "What?" And this Wade was just fucking drinking his coffee. He didn't care.
He's probably drinking his coffee like see, I told y'all motherfuckers. He was sipping slow.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, Cody's gonna talk about it now.
You know, what do
you
you
wanna
want to
talk
talk
about?
about? We want to talk
let's
about you getting your
being
ass kicked.
Yeah, we're gonna
Already
talk
got
about
it.
you being on the Mount Rushmore of dumb baby faces. This dude is quickly surpassing Ray and Sting.
Dead
Well,
ass though.
he's got a Cody with the black eye and that tissue in his ear from the busted eardrum. But yeah, all I gotta say, I just want Cody to come out here and just be angry, like legitimately.
Ooh, he's got a shiner. Ooh,
Yeah, that black eye is gnarly.
that must be from Travis.
It definitely was.
It definitely was.
Yeah, Travis is getting that receipt. That receipt's coming. So that receipt is coming.
Hope he can sell I hope he can sell a Crossroads. So we'll see.
Yeah, a friend of mine at work was like, "Oh, they're not going to give Travis a receipt." I was like, "Bro, you don't know wrestling. Everybody gets a receipt. Everybody.
Well,
no one's safe."
From what I've seen, he's like, not what I've seen. From what I heard in articles here and there, they said that he's been training this dude Travis Scott.
Good. That means he knows coming.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, let me train for this dance spot before he don't kill me.
Taker be on that he be on that Brian from Family Guy type of pettiness. Like, because if you fucked up Taker be like, "I'm giving you the receipt, but I'm not letting you know when." That's even scary.
Right. It'll be like a year later.
Like a year later, he'd be like, "You know why?"
This is gonna be the receipt right here. Let me show you.
I always, even when I was younger, I always thought that stiff chair shot he gave Mr. Kennedy was like, "Yo, this dude like owing money or something." Like,
This is gonna be the receipt right here.
Oh God, I remember.
I knew you were gonna post that.
Oh God, not the Andrade table spot.
Cody was like, "Please cheer me, guys."
I just burned myself.
Tried to
That's when I
obliterate
knew
this
Cody.
dude.
What's crazy is
Cody was done.
completely missed. Andrade completely missed the table. Like
that's when I knew Cody was done. I was like, "Bro, like, what did this dude say to deserve that? Like, what are we doing?"
Somebody said in that clip to Travis Scott.
Oh God.
Let me hear what Cody's got to say. Let's see. Get myself Brooklyn.
I'm listening to Naomi now.
Yes, it's a pretty good promo. Let me know what you think about it.
Over 200 million views in one day was that Cena heel turn.
Come on, Naomi, you gotta tear up a little bit too. Show some tears.
Nah, show some anger. That's what I would have said.
You know what's funny? The Naomi Bianca segment is just like the RDC World skit. Man, you supposed to be my brother. Man, fuck this. I'm out. That's the segment.
And why is Bianca Belair dressed like Scott Hall in TNA? There go the tears. That's right. Okay, Naomi. There go the tears. Oh, so she did do it. Naomi did do it.
I did it for The Rock.
That's that motherfucking man. Don't trip over your sleeves now, Bianca. Them sleeves look like she could break her neck off them shits.
She looks like she's ready to cosplay as Whitney.
I'm telling you, like them sleeves is diabolical. She look like what's that? The waving wacky inflatable tube man with the waving arms, like the what's it? The Bailey shit.
Yeah, the Bailey Buddies. Yeah, as they used to
Bailey
call them.
buddies. Here we go. This weirdo shit from fucking Twitch. Best viewers on stream, boo. The fuck?
What in the bot? That's a bot.
Yeah, because I'm streaming on Twitch too. Definitely be on the lookout. I'm be doing some gaming over there.
Yo, Jacob Fatu's new T-shirt is pretty crazy.
Called an ungrateful bitch. Yeah. I'm telling you, this dude, Dewey just came through and gave everybody a shot of Terramana. Got everybody wigging the fuck out.
Man,
What is Jade? I swear, like Jade hates clothes.
she's wearing a bodysuit, dude.
I thought that shit was see through at first.
I hate the wig shit she's doing. That's the one thing about like. I mean, I'm a guy, so it's not my place to say it. But I hate how like WWE has this obsession with wigs and natural. Like they don't want their girls to be natural, man. She already looked fine as it was. Whatever.
Yeah, with the short haircut and shit, right?
Yeah,
She
that's one of the
she
things.
had she
She
had it
always
at
had
first.
she always had one of two hairstyles, either a shortcut or a bob.
Yeah,
That's always
Yeah.
that's
been
one
her.
of the. Yeah, that's one of the things about Mercedes and AW. I like. She's way more like original with her hair because in WWE it was always the blue wig or the pink wig. Like it's like they hate natural hair. I mean, I'm a guy, so it's not my place to really speak this. It really should be a woman to speak it, but I don't know, man.
No, I feel what you mean. Hold on real quick. DoorDash about to pull up.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you ain't like Booker.
Here I am holding this championship as I have done for the last 300 and something days. John, I know you're watching. I know that you think that you're successor had to look like you, had to talk like you, had to be like you, had to live like you. Well, the next one doesn't look like the last one, John, and you are convinced that you are the last of your kind. You are not. I am standing right here. I am holding this above my head as if it weighs nothing. And at WrestleMania 41, I will do the same. John Cena, clearly you want some. Come and get some.
Will someone please tell Cody church is on Sunday? Jesus Christ. Ugh.
At least he showed anger. I give him that.
Yeah, he did.
I'm back.
I'm just glad he showed anger and he wasn't out here smiling and trying to brush it off. Like this dude, John Cena, really fucked you over.
Right.
He showed anger. Thank God.
Yeah, Cody gets mad once in a while here and there, but it takes a
I'm,
lot for him to get mad. That's the thing that pisses me off.
and this is one of the reasons that he should have been angry. It called for it, and I'm glad he did.
Cody and the rest of the world still want to get John Cena in the morning they want about. SmackDown doesn't need some prophecies from Michael Cole or Joe Tessitore. SmackDown needs a hard-hitting interview
That promo was good.
of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
No one will turn ahead to the premiere episode of Don't Miz.
Whoever that is, mute the mic real quick because I don't want niggas to hit me with copyright strikes.
I would like to ask Cody. The final boss comes to an opportunity of a lifetime.
Well, I got mine on mute.
I mean, come on, what you thinking, man? The final boss.
Yeah, I had to mute you real quick, TKO, because these dudes be on some bullshit when on the Facebook side, they'll be like they'll hit me with mad audio strikes when it comes to SmackDown or whatever. Which is so dumb. It's like it's a fucking audio, damn.
Yeah.
I'm not soliciting no content.
I remember this one YouTube channel from a couple of years ago that would upload wrestling matches on this YouTube channel, and he had like a slick workaround. Instead of putting the wrestling names in the title, he put their real names in the title. I thought that was slick. That was funny. That was funny. And he got away with it too for a long time until they shut him down.
Oh, Jacob Fatu's new T-shirt is pretty hard, man. It says, "From coast to coast, I'll beat your ass."
That shit is gold.
It really does say that. It says that with the werewolf in the middle and the tribal markings on it. That's spot on.
Yo, this SmackDown segment is crazy. If Vince was here, Vince would fucking go crazy. So we got a segment with Randy Orton, The Miz, Carmelo Hayes, and Nick Aldis. And Nick Aldis is just as tall as Orton. He's towering over Miz and Carmelo. It's like, wait, this guy is the general manager? Vince would have had a fucking stroke.
Oh my god.
Vince hated that shit. He's like, no tall refs, no tall GMs. They got to be short.
And it made sense because you can't look like you can't look opposing over the top star of the roster and shit. I definitely understand it. It's like you having a ref looking like Brock Lesnar. Like what the fuck? Like how, you the ref? Come on.
Oh god.
Shit, but this dude, shots go out to this dude, King Leo. He was playing the 2K25. He had a whole marathon. He was playing that, like, I guess he was playing 2K24 at first until like 12 o'clock when it dropped this morning. And then he started playing that. He said he was playing for like 11 hours, he said. Some shit like that. I'm like, damn, this dude crazy.
I wish I had the stamina to do that. I miss being young.
Yeah. I used to be able to do that too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I broke night a few nights ago, as a matter of fact, playing Aliens.
No, nice.
Sometimes I could do it. Sometimes I'll be like, I'm done, boys. Take
Most
my
I
ass
can do
right to
now
bed.
is most I can do now is I'll pick a day of the week, usually Saturday. Make sure I'm not working that day. And if it's a game I really like, I'll just like play it all day. But that's about all I can do now. I just don't have the time anymore.
Shit, I feel you.
Same. I wish I pick a good day sometimes too. Usually a Sunday for me.
Mhm.
Shit, sometimes I'll be catching myself playing the game and writing balls. Like while the game is on a cut scene, I'm fucking writing music.
Right. I ain't gonna lie.
I
I did
read
that
that
one time too. I did that one
I
time
read
too.
DMX used to do that. He used to play PS2 or just thinking of random lyrics while he was playing. He liked to play some of the Twisted Metal games, Grand
Yeah, he
Theft
did
Auto
say that, as
games.
a matter of fact. Yeah,
Yeah,
just gives you that
yeah.
inspiration.
Hmm. That's cool.
We all miss X, man.
Same, man.
All miss
I rem-
X.
yeah, I miss him too. He was cool. He was one of those. I heard that like when X was around, he was one of those dudes like he didn't have like an entourage or anything. He just like he go to like places like Family Dollar, Dollar General. Like he wasn't one of
Yeah,
those like I got money. Like yeah, he's got money, but like he still go to like
still
he
be in
go
the hood,
support the little
walking
guy.
around with his dog, like whatever. Yeah,
Hmm.
he was never on that type of time. He was never on that Hollywood type time. It never was like him. And motherfuckers love. He was like a rarity when it comes to X, because a lot of other motherfuckers they would try to line you up or whatever, but never DMX. They never tried that with him.
Yeah.
Right.
Like DMX always
There's,
had love.
there's this other clip too that's on YouTube, and it's actually gotten bigger as his age like wine. He was on the Breakfast Club. I fucking can't
Oh
stand that
yeah,
I can't stand that Charlemagne guy, that fucking weirdo. But
yeah, he's
he didn't
definitely a
really pay
weirdo.
attention to like the modern rap scene. So they were just playing like random lyrics and shit of just different people. And he was like, next, next, next. Then they started playing Kendrick shit. And he didn't even know who Kendrick was. And he was like, yo, go back. And he was listening to the Kendrick, like he was into it. And they played Drake's and he was like, nah, I'm good. So, that shit was funny. Even
Yeah, he
he
said
knew.
he didn't like Drake from Jump Street. He didn't like
Yeah.
Drake at all from Jump Street. He said he's just fake. And lo and behold. And you think this dude DMX was like 6'5" or some shit like that? He was like a normal height type dude. He's like what, like 5'11", maybe a little
Yeah.
shorter.
Yeah, he was just
A
regular
little bit,
size
yeah.
dude. Hmm.
But you think this motherfucker's like 6'4"? I
I always remember his line from Romeo Must Die. If your ass ain't black, you better get out of here before things really get hot.
Right.
Shit. March 9th, you already know that's when Biggie had died. That's in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Man, that Notorious movie aged terrible, didn't it?
It
I
was
don't know. I
bad
remember.
then. Even
Yeah,
back
like
then,
I
it was
liked
bad.
it. I liked it. You didn't like it?
No, I don't. I'm
Bruh.
not saying. I'm not saying it was terrible, but
No,
I'm just saying.
that's what Toph said. Toph said he like
I
that's
mean,
what I was
it was well acted. Like the acting in the movie was fine enough, but like the two things about the movie that I knew was bullshit was they painted Diddy as a saint. I knew then I was like, this motherfucker.
Right.
I
That's
knew
why I
then I
say.
was like,
That's why I say it aged terribly. Like,
yeah.
Derek Luke
I knew
is just
then.
a good ass actor. Like Derek Luke could just make
Yeah.
anybody seem like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So that was the first thing I didn't like, and the second thing I didn't like was they got fucking Papa Doc to play Tupac. Like you just get anybody to play a role. Like what the fuck?
Man, ain't nobody could be worse than who played Pac again? Hakeem from Oisha. Didn't he play Pac at one time?
I think so.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
in the MC Hammer movie, Hakeem played Pac.
oh God.
I think so.
Oh my God.
Oh God, here comes
But yeah, that
Solo
shit has aged even
Sikoa.
worse. That shit's aged even worse over the years. But probably the best one, probably the best like one was Straight Outta Compton. That one was pretty good.
Yeah, Straight Outta Compton is really good.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's probably the best. That's probably the best one. It's either that or What's Love Got to Do with It. But I still give the edge to Straight Outta Compton. That was mostly accurate. The only part of that movie that was like bullshit was the end when like Dre got in fucking Suge's face. Like, there's no way Dre did that.
Nah,
There's no way.
motherfucker just really saying like Dre was on that type of time. And I'm like, come on. Like Dre was just going around just really knocking everybody out. He was knocking niggas out, knocking bitches out. I'm like, they was like, yeah, this shit is it's no cap. Like a few
All
people were
right.
saying that shit was accurate. And I find it hard to believe, but whatever.
Well, to his credit, he's got like Bane from Batman muscles now in real life, so he probably could be on that kind of time now.
This dude Sokoa going against Bum Strowman. See, like I was saying a few shows ago, I like the fact that even though Sokoa's a bum, whatever, but I like the fact that they filling up the upper card with big dudes. You know, what I mean, they going back to that formula with the larger than life characters. The big guys.
Hmm. I actually think Sokoa is a cooler name than Solo. I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
Just have his name Sokoa. That's it.
I think so because when you think of Solo, you just think of the loser. He's lost too many matches. I think he needs some type of creative change to get the taste of all the
Yes,
losses out of our mouth.
just
So
like what you
and the,
said. Just like what you said, Tobe. Have him go to Impact or TNA. Have him go over there and
I
just
would, yeah,
yeah,
I
that
absolutely
yeah.
would, yeah. I would think because there's a lot of guys on the main roster. It's very clear they got nothing for him, and TNA's main event scene is lacking. So just sit him down there. Like I would get Solo. I get Escobar. I would get AJ because he's going to make an appearance down there.
He
Um,
has to.
yeah, I would just get some of these dudes. You got nothing for them. Just send them down there, the TNA. Why not? Maybe fresh
Yeah, I don't
matchups
get
for
it.
TNA.
I guess they still testing the waters because you see little by little they starting to send motherfuckers over there and shit. But
Yeah.
it's
I think
like,
a lot of people also forget Drew McIntyre was TNA champion too.
yeah, good point.
Yeah, he
Good
was.
point.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Shit, speaking of
Yeah,
TNA, so this dude John said they got rid of Hammerstone.
yeah. Alex
Yeah.
Hammerstone is gone. His contract was up.
Yo, what are
Hey,
we doing here?
I don't know what the fuck that was about. I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I was thinking they were going to use him. No.
Yeah, I think you were
So
too merciful. I think you were too merciful now that you look at it. Because holy fuck,
I hope he's
I,
all right.
I,
Because
bro, I
remember, we was just
forgot
talking
all
about.
about it.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I literally forgot he was on TNA.
I know he was. I know he was. I know he was hurt. That's still no excuse though, because when he wasn't hurt, they had him. Like I said, he was on their pre-show losing to EY, and like I fucks with EY, but it's like, why are you going over Hammer? Then he had a feud with Josh Alexander, and I was like, okay, because Josh is like the new angle for them. And I'm
Right.
thinking like, okay, he'll beat Alexander, and Alexander will pass the torch to him. And I think Hammer won the first match, and then Josh won the second match. And I'm thinking like, okay, they're doing the Angle, Anderson thing, where they had their match that was a trilogy back in 2010. I'm thinking Josh will put over Hammer, and no, he beat Hammer. And I'm like, but why? Because
Right.
Josh wanted to leave. Because the only reason he's even still there was because they re-upped his own deal. You know, after they got rid of can't think of his name, but the booker that was there. So, but yeah, when
Damore, forget his
Demore,
name. Damore, yeah, Scott Damore.
yeah, they had re-up, they had rolled it over to another year. Because I was thinking like this guy wants to leave, so they'll have Hammer win, but no, they had Hammer lose to Josh, and I was like, why? Why would he lose? And now he's gone. Him being Josh, so it's like now they don't have either one of them. They don't have Josh or Hammer. So it's like, the fuck are we doing?
Typical TNA, B.
I mean, they'll be all right. They got Santana, they got Ali, you know, they got Joe, but still, I mean, I would have given Hammer everything and just fucking made him the draw of the company. I would have just focused everything around him. But
right, he
anyway,
definitely has a look. He could talk. He has a great move set. Like his move set could definitely make the crowd, you know what I mean, get out their seats and get pumped. So I just
all I can think of is like you said, like we're in this weird time where wrestling companies they're going more to like smaller dudes or regular size dudes, but that doesn't mean heavyweights don't have a place either in wrestling. It's almost as if like heavyweights are being discriminated against. You know what I mean? It's like they don't want to have.
I said the opposite. I said they going back to the bigger dudes now, like because from before
WWE is.
Yeah. Well,
but it's like
Joe Hendry's a big dude. You don't consider Joe Hendry a big dude?
Yeah. He's definitely not a cruiserweight. No, I'd say he's like a middleweight. You know,
a middleweight.
I mean, compared to everyone else that's there.
Yeah, because you do got like Moose and shit, and that which is weird. I don't know why Moose is the X Division champion. I guess they had to give him a belt because they was on the verge of pushing Hendry, so I guess they had no choice but to give him that belt. But shit, who knows? He might end up taking the NXT belt from Obafemi. That'll be interesting.
Yeah,
like
I'm sure we'll see Hammer somewhere, but I'm guessing NXT.
I say you should go to the main roster. I say fuck it. Send him to the main roster. Fuck it.
Hammer. Just like straight to the main roster.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Speaking of belts, they really got LA Knight challenging for the US title tonight.
Honestly, they should just put it back on him. They should just put it back on him because Nakamura ain't doing shit with it.
Yeah, he's not doing, and they could have did so much. Like they just gave him the belt for nothing. Just for him to show off a cool entrance. That's it.
I just want to point out that I was right. This is literally all of Nakamura's WWE title reigns. They give him the belt, he holds it, and doesn't do anything significant with it.
Mm-hmm.
This is not just the U.S. title; it's all of his title reigns.
It's like I said, bro. There's like strong style Nakamura only showed up one time, man. That was that first night against Sammy, that takeover. After that, he called it a day. He's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna surf and get paid. If he doesn't care, I don't care. So,
and it's crazy because I really think he should have beat Seth Rollins once for the World Heavyweight Championship, just for like a 1 month reign. Because remember, like the interest grew when he came out with the whole manga shit, the whole anime. You know what I'm saying? He was popping. And they didn't pull the trigger then, but they decided to pull the trigger now on giving the US belt, which I wasn't mad about. You know, have LA Knight on the chase and have this dude Shinsuke on the tear, but they just gave him the belt and was like, whatever. Had this dude chilling backstage.
It's just a case of they haven't figured out how to use Japanese male wrestlers yet.
And it's like it's not much to do it. What more do you
I agree, man, but they just the way WWE is, they just don't see it that way, man. They over convolute shit. So anyway, I hope Knight wins. He probably won't have a Mania match though, but he'll be all right.
I mean, I thought Chelsea was losing, so they might give it to Knight tonight. If If Chelsea Green didn't lose the belt tonight, LA Knight might win.
So she's basically building a stable around her now, Chelsea Green.
I mean, what else is Alba Fire gonna do now that they fired her tag team partner?
You're right.
Right.
Well, she could have
Now,
been
why are
she
those
could have been
tag
on a singles
titles?
run. I don't know.
Why are those tag titles still a thing? Who is Liv and Raquel supposed to defend against? Like,
Who knows, man? Why do they have women's mid card titles in the first place? And
right.
they fired a bunch of women for their mid card. Like, come on.
Right. It should only been one mid card belt floating on both brands, maybe 3 brands. It should just been one mid card belt for the women. That's it.
That's a simple case of the guys have it, we got to have it too, if it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but it's like even if it was only one, fuck it, cool. It's only one. It could float. It could float between the 2 shows. But 2, ain't
You
not
know
even
what?
building up no women.
And you want to hear the funny part? Chelsea Green is on. They had Chelsea Green show up on all 3 brands, and
Mm-hmm.
and Lyra Valkyria has not moved once.
I already said it was over when they did the chamber qualifications and they had
What's good, Josh?
Lyra and Chelsea both lose. It's like, so you have both of your mid card champions lose. Like, wow, you just introduced these titles and you've already told us they don't mean shit.
Oh God! And the highest part of those belts were the tournaments, and that's it.
Yeah, the tournaments was good.
Because at least in the tournaments, they looked like they gave a damn. They had the right people in it for the most part too.
All the workhorses from the women for the women.
Mm,
For the women.
mm. Oh man. But this is what y'all wanted. So if it fails, don't be mad.
The Zeus Solo Sikoa is about to lose again. Jesus Christ, man. If this dude Thomas Hunger ain't come save him, he was about to lose a fucking again, yo.
That's why I say after Mania.
Who did this dude piss off backstage? Like, he had to piss somebody off now.
That's why I say after Mania, man, just send him to TNA. Let him cook down there for a couple of months, because
he is completely useless.
Man, after Mania, they need to give Solo the street champ gimmick back. That's what I'm saying. Go with my idea.
Like, this dude is fucking ridiculous, yo. So they're trying to tease this rivalry between Braun and fucking Braun and Jacob.
So I mean, Batu, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's gonna lead to. I still think it's gonna lead to Fatu and Solo like at Mania. That's just my thought. You see Fatu's T-shirt, right?
Yeah, that shit is funny as hell.
Oh man,
I won't be mad at that match though if it's Braun and Jacob, because as you all know, Braun, like he fights well when it comes to other big dudes. He just they be tearing shit up, and I'll be so here for it.
yeah.
Shit, can't wait for my dude Bronson Reed to come back, man, so he come back and tear shit up.
Well, that's my throwback match tonight.
Okay.
Bronson Reed versus Jacob when Bronson was known as Jonah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that match cooked.
Yeah, remember you could post it in the comments too, so people could watch it or whatever.
I will. I literally just watched it today. I was like, I forgot. I didn't even know this match happened, but then I remember he was called Jonah at the time.
Yeah, Jonah.
Darby's
I actually
wrestled a
like
lot
that
of
name
people.
too.
He wrestled Jonah.
Yeah.
Darby wrestled Dream once in Evolve, I believe.
Really?
Mm-hmm. When he was Velveteen Dream, but this is before AEW. Darby was part of that Evolve class, with Gargano and Riddle and Drew and it's from that same group.
So Velveteen was in Evolve?
They had a relationship with Evolve. NXT did. So.
Oh yeah. You're right.
SmackDown's gonna be in Barcelona next week. That's what's up.
Oh, they going to Spain?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
And they're gonna have a tag title match next week.
They're going to be the Profits against Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah.
What y'all think of DIY's title defense so far?
To no fault of DIY, it could have been better. I mean, they're just facing. I like them as heels, but they're legitimately just facing the same people.
On the main roster, just from what I've seen, they're just there.
Right.
Whatever it was they had on NXT was just lightning in the bottle.
Yeah, that magic is gone.
The fans at that time understood it. It just worked, and I just don't see it on the main roster. I don't see the main roster fans gravitating towards them.
Like I said, it's not
guys.
Like I said, it's not their fault. It's just they're just not hitting like they should, and that's
why I call it lightning in a bottle.
Oh, you already know the vibes, Josh. It's the 28th. I'm definitely gonna be in the building. Damn, so Braun Strowman, stop spitting, Braun Strowman. Fucking disgusting. What's wrong with this dude? But yeah, that's the 28th, I think. And that's right around my birthday too. So you already know, B.
All right, the main event starting now tonight and knock.
I'll be really surprised if they don't give the belt tonight here. I mean, I don't see what else they can do.
Unless this dude does a fuck finish to retain, or has somebody come out and cost him cost him his shot.
I mean, that's literally been Nakamura's reign. Fuck finishes. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's literally been his whole reign. He's only defended it against Knight, and they've all ended the same way.
Laura, come to think of it, he really didn't have any good title defenses, right? Like when it comes to his title reigns, he never really been good. I never really thought about that until now. Until you mentioned it.
I told you, all of Nakamura's title reigns in WWE have sucked. Like literally all of them. Like every time he gets the belt, he holds the belt hostage. They don't put him on TV. You wouldn't even remember he's champion until they show him.
Yeah.
And this is Shinsuke Nakamura we're talking about here.
I don't get it. I don't get it either, B. And he doesn't care. So just like what Toe said, why should we?
Mm-hmm.
Which is sad.
He's just there to surf and collect a paycheck. So I'm over it.
Bro, it's just sad though to think about, man, because it felt like yesterday I was cheering for him when I saw his match with AJ in New Japan, and now here we are.
I don't think they're ever gonna have a top level Japanese star that's a male. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. The only way it happens is if I don't think it ever will happen. I don't see it.
Oh shit, Chelsea Green dressed up like Cactus Jack tonight.
That's pretty I like that. That's cool.
Right. Yeah, my birthday's on the 25th, Josh.
I give Chelsea Green props, man. She makes everything work for her.
That's what I'm saying. She can go in the ring. She's entertaining. She got the look. I just don't get, like, I figured that she wasn't gonna be a jobber anymore since she won the championship, and it's like psych.
I mean,
I like
I mean,
the Psycho Bride thing she was doing TNA back then. That was cool.
oh yeah. Wait, what
She's
the
also one of
fuck?
the main advocates against Tessa, which I respect.
Right,
Right.
Tessa, we coming for you.
You need TNA. You need to fire her ass like
Yeah, big
immediately.
ups to Full Sail for coming out, making sure Tessa got it. She was
Yeah,
flustered too.
I
She
heard
didn't know
she's
what to
being
say.
difficult again. Like she's acting up again a little bit. I heard
Hmm.
she
Which
saw her
should
act
come
up
as no.
backstage.
Let this sink in. Tessa Blanchard just came back and she's already got backstage issues.
Yeah,
More than
that's a
CM,
rumor.
but she's got more issues than CM Punk backstage.
And I've talked
Hell
about it
yeah.
before. Like I totally get like where her mind was, and to another extent where Hogan's mind is, because scandals happen in wrestling all the time, and 99% of the time it just blows over because there's always going to be another scandal, so they just think, okay, people will get over it, and that is what happens most of the time. But it's become very clear that the one issue wrestling fans are not going to get over is racism type shit. If you
Right.
say any racist stuff on camera, on 4K, they got it on camera, like, no, fans are not going to get over that. It doesn't matter how many years it's been, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, wrestling fans don't forget. And I think that's what happened with Hogan, and that's what happened with Tessa. They're just like, nobody was going to care. No one's going to remember. Nope. Nope. They're not going to forget. And
And
all
because the
respect
main
to,
thing is that because black wrestlers have it hard enough, like they got to work 3 times as hard
yeah,
to you know what I'm saying. It's like, come on, B. Like I remember this one dude, this one podcaster was saying like it sucks that yeah we all can look at Bobby Lashley as a legitimate threat, but they didn't look at Bobby Lashley like a Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? Like Bobby Lashley should be, it should be, you know what I mean, toe to toe. They should be right
yeah,
at the same playing field. But they
Right.
don't look, they don't, you know what I'm saying? He's not booked that way. Or he wasn't
hmm
booked that way.
right.
Even when he
Like the
wrestled Brock,
way,
he
like
wasn't booked that way.
right, like the way Shelton wrestles in AEW, they treat him like a mini Brock, and to me, like that makes sense because this dude was a legit sparring buddy with Brock. Like they lived together, they were like roommates and shit. So it
Right.
stands to reason that Shelton would be on the same kind of time that Brock is, and not at one point was he ever booked that way, you know, in WWE. So, but it is what it is. People are not gonna, and all respect to TNA too, because I'm not trying to shit on them or anything. But when you have a crowd of like what, like 1,500 people at most, and they're chanting like "She's a racist," "She's a racist," like if a TNA crowd is doing that, because some people are like, "Oh, this is a backdoor route to get her into WWE." Like you're out of your goddamn mind. If a 1,500 TNA crowd is going to chant "She's a racist," what do you think a main roster crowd on a Raw and SmackDown of 15,000 plus people is going to chant? Spoiler, you already saw it with Hogan. It's not going to go well for her. It's not going to be good for her. It's not going to be good for WWE. It's not going to be good for sponsors, Mattel and fucking Marvel and all the sponsors that WWE has to answer to. They're going to call Triple H and be like, "Hey, Paul, why are the fans chanting she's a racist?" That's that's not going to go
Oh
well.
man.
That's not going to go well at all.
Oh man, that it's gonna be 10 times worse if Tessa was in WWE, especially on a bigger stage. Yo, Tessa, just watch the reaction Hogan got on Netflix. Good lord, that is your future.
They definitely not letting that shit go no time soon.
Nor should they, because
Because we not.
Exactly, because she fucking deserves that shit. Like, just like Hogan, she showed no remorse for it. So fuck that.
Yeah, only when her ribs started touching. That's when she wanted to show somewhat remorse and apologize behind the scenes or whatever. And it's like, if that's what happened, if you know what I'm saying, if this the victims or whatever, if they cool with her now, that's on them. But I ain't gonna lie, I look at them crazy too, because I get it. You gotta be cool. You don't want to stir the pot, but it's like, come on, B. Why she
Even
can't
if
just
she
go her
did
way, I'll go my
apologize,
way.
even if she did apologize, just because she apologized doesn't mean the fans have to accept it.
You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying?
we can still
Right.
be like, fuck that. And in that case, then the company and the bookers, they have to decide, okay, let's look at the talent this person has, but then let's look at the drama this person also has. You have to weigh both, and you have to ask yourself, is this person worth it? And
You know what
obviously,
I'm saying?
WWE and AEW, they could have brought her in at any time, and they didn't. And that tells you everything. So both Triple H and Tony Khan were like, you know what, we're good. With TNA, they're like, no, we're gonna risk it. Okay, all right then.
All right.
We'll see how this
And it's like
goes.
so far they risk it for only that one match between her and Jordan Grace. It's like, yeah, she got another match coming up. I forgot Shorty name, but it's like, you know,
hmm
do you have a long-term plan for her? Seeming like you guys really don't. And that's probably
Right.
why there's confusion backstage. There's starting to be a little bit of rumblings backstage because maybe she's, I don't know.
I don't think
She
she's
shouldn't be
worth
there
it.
in the first
I,
place. She's not.
yeah, I don't.
She's not
Yeah,
worth it.
even the match she had with Jordan Grace was good, but that's not what the taglines were saying. The taglines were saying crowd chant she's a racist. You know,
Right.
then they go to Full Sail for the first time. That's a big get for TNA. That should be a big celebration. And what are the taglines? The fans chanting, "Tessa, we coming for you." So,
Yeah, right.
like this shit is not gonna go away, bro. Like it's not. It's not gonna go away. Like I said, in wrestling, 9 times out of 10 it would go away because there's always going to be a scandal. But we see here that the one thing fans are not going to have any tolerance for is racist bullshit. If you say some racist shit, they're not going to let it go. They're going to keep. It's not going to end. It's not going to end. They're going to keep doing this shit forever until you apologize or you get fired. One or the other. That's basically it.
Sometimes both. Shit. And
Oh,
even
all
and
right.
even worse. And I just don't get it. Like, out of all the women's wrestlers you could bring in, why her? I mean, I get you
Right.
need knock. I mean, I get you need knockouts, but damn. That's why I wish Jordan Grace pulled an Austin Aries after she put Tessa over. Like, I wouldn't have blamed her. Like, I would, like,
Right.
nobody would have blamed her if she did.
Right.
But you got the card for Revolution, TKO?
Yes, I do.
You know what I'm saying? Can Mox cope with Edge? The Death Rider's about to get packed up. Well, they
I
already
don't
got
know.
packed up. Like, Willie Ude again, tired of his shit.
I don't know, but we'll see. All right, I got the card. We got Ricochet versus Swerve.
It's
People,
just
Winner
people
be
saying this
a
is when
regular
Samantha
match.
Irvin, she gonna make her debut.
oh god.
Just a regular match, right? No gimmicks. I mean, I know it's the number one contenders match, but other than that, it's a regular match.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Um,
say I'm gonna
Oh,
say Swerve for this one.
same.
I don't know. I think TK might have Ricochet win by bullshit shenanigans. Because
I
if
think
you think
Swerve's
of it,
taking too many losses.
He did just get pinned by Ricochet on Wednesday, so
oh, he did get, yeah, he did. So yeah, he just
Yeah,
might, yeah,
yeah, he
have him
he
get
got
back into
pinned by
the title
Ricochet.
run. It is time for
he
him to
got
get back
pinned by-
in the title run. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I think Swerve
You should
will take
definitely
it.
bring Samantha in. I don't care what the trolls say. Bring her in.
Does
And
question it?
she has an excuse. Like if
Does she-
motherfuckers be like, "Oh, she's a hypocrite. She's a hypocrite," you could be
No, but
like,
thing
"Well,
is,
I'm not an announcer."
yeah, but does she want to come in though? That's the thing.
Well,
Right.
she did always say she wanted to be a character. She didn't want to be an announcer. So that's her. That's
I
her
think
out
she'll
right
come
there.
in. I think she'll come in eventually. It'll just take time. Like it took a while for Renee to come in. Like, she didn't come in AEW immediately. She didn't come in for like another almost 3 years. But eventually she came in.
I think motherfuckers sitting there saying that Ricochet needs Samantha. I don't think it's that deep. I think Ricochet will be like okay or fine by himself. But because motherfuckers they amp it too much. Oh, he needs her. He needs Samantha. Like, it's not that deep. Relax.
It'll definitely it'll definitely add to his presentation if she was to come in,
But it won't make or break him.
Man, fuck
Right.
them. Man, I say fuck them because those are the same people that were shitting on Samantha when she was in WWE.
Right.
So like,
Right.
fuck them.
But
I
they
think
was mad at her
Ricochet will
because she
be
was animated.
Like,
because she actually liked doing her job, and that's it's crazy because that makes her more of a professional because she said she didn't even want to announce, but you would think she was
Right.
loving it. So
I think she did like it. I just didn't think she wanted to only do that.
yeah.
Mhm. I
I
can
think
believe
that's
I can
what it
believe that
is.
because I can believe that because not many people know when Thunder Rosa she had a tryout for WWE a number of years ago, and they wanted her to be a ref,
I
not a
remember
wrestler.
And that would have
So
been a goddamn crime.
so that doesn't surprise me. I can believe that.
So
But yeah,
we
I'm gonna
all
go
agree
for
on
with Swerve.
Swerve. Yeah, we all agree on Swerve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So next match is the tag titles: Hurt Syndicate versus the Outrunners.
What the fuck happened to the Outrunners, yo? They was
They,
just
It's a
so
nice
popping
little.
from afore.
they
Mm,
still are to a degree.
it's a nice
Yeah, it's not like
novelty
from
act.
before. Yeah, they remind
Mhm.
me of like because they got the whole 80s things going on, like 80s action movie type shit. When
Mhm.
it comes to those retro or the retro working out motherfuckers.
It's a cool gimmick. The problem is it's a comedy gimmick, and that's a
Right.
hard pill to swallow. To be, it's like the Vaudevillains. Remember from NXT? That was a
I
comedy act
don't
too.
know. Well, the
That
Vaude
was a
villains, they wasn't as over as the Outrunners, so that's a difference.
oh yeah, of course not. But what I mean is that when you have that kind of act, like you're limited. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they're cool and all, but we know what's about to happen. They're about to get packed up.
Oh, man.
So
Because
Man.
I thought they was gonna go against a murder machine. I thought that's what they was teasing.
that'll
So
probably
did
be the
I
next
at
match.
first. But,
So, hey, as long as they make the best out of it and have a good match, maybe it can lead to something. But either way, the Hurt Syndicate's taking their lunch money at the end of the day. So
Dead ass though.
right.
honestly, the Hurt Syndicate should be the longest reigning tag champs because who's going to beat them?
That's what
Like,
I'm
there's
saying.
nobody.
Who?
Right? Yeah, I don't know who the longest running
Right.
tag champs are, but they should be the longest reigning tag champs because,
I
like,
don't like
outside of like,
my bad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say outside of like FTR, who's like a legit like tag team, there's no other team that can take the scraps off of them. So they're just gonna do
Right.
their own thing. Yeah, they should just fucking dominate the division. But I've already set my plan. If I'm TK and I'm just assuming here, when Cedric's 90 days are up, mend the wounds between TK and Big Swole, whatever. Bring in Cedric to the Hurt Syndicate, and then use the Freebird rule, and then transition the tag title off of Lashley, put it on Cedric, so that way the tag champions can be Shelton and Cedric. This frees up
Mm.
Lashley so he can be a singles guy. That's what I do. If I was if I was booking, put
I'm not mad
Lashley in
at
that main
that.
event. Yeah, because Lashley's great, but he doesn't need to be, uh, you know, an attack scene. So
One thing
Right.
I would say though, one thing I would say, I didn't like how they fed the guns to Hurt Syndicate so soon because the guns just came back and for them to eat
mhm.
an L, you know what I'm saying? They didn't like they could have built them up first and then,
They
Yeah,
were
that was
gonna eat
weird.
it.
They've gotten a lot better though. They've gotten a lot better. I'll give them
yeah,
that.
I like the guns. I really do.
hmm I like their
They were gonna eat
confidence
it
too.
though, regardless. But yeah,
Yeah, I like their confidence too. Like they walked right up to him, and they played to the crowd. So that they definitely got, they can definitely be future champions again down the road.
right. Oh, LA Knight wins the U.S. title.
That's good. That's good.
That's good. And Nakamura
Go
wasn't
back
doing
to
shit with
go
that.
back to California, Nakamura. Go back on your boogie board.
Go back to your
Right.
surfboard, right? Well, Knight, two-time
Right.
champ, LA Knight. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
He definitely deserves to go into Mania as a U.S. champion.
yeah.
I don't think he's going into Mania at all. That's the bad part about this.
Oh my God, that's the fucked up thing, ain't it? Oh shit.
Yeah, they don't got a
What
they
make
don't got a place for that on the show. Who the fuck is he going to defend against? The undercard is undercooked as hell. They haven't been building up anybody.
that's just me?
Who,
There's this Mania moment tonight. That was it. This Mania
Right?
moment
Yeah,
is on
yeah,
a random
yeah. You
SmackDown.
ain't gonna get a Mania, bro. So we ain't gonna give you a
unless
Mania,
they
bro. But we'll give you the
unless
title.
they actually unless they actually go with that multi-man idea that I had, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, speaking of titles, we got Kenny Omega versus Takeshita for that international belt.
Yeah, I'm here for this. Kenny's gonna go over here.
I think that's gonna be
Yeah.
the sleep. I think that match is gonna be the sleeper.
Okada got to do something. Okada got to. It's time for him to get crazy now because he's not. He hasn't really been doing much. He's been doing a little something here and there, but he needs to really cook in this match. And I know. I already know this dude is gonna make him look good. Kenny Omega. I know Kenny Omega's gonna make him look good. So
Yeah,
I,
No,
that
no, no.
I
match.
You talking
definitely
about
agree.
Takeshita? You talking
Oh,
about Takeshita?
Takeshita, excuse me. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Takeshita versus Omega.
that's what I meant to say. I meant to say Takeshita.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I agree
yeah,
with you on
that
Okada
match
though.
is gonna.
I agree on both ends.
Yeah, for real. But that match
Takeshita
is
and
gonna
Okada,
cook.
right?
But that match is gonna cook though.
Yeah.
I'm going with Omega here as well. So
Yeah. Omega comes back, wins a championship. Who knows? He might go on his belt collector. You think he's gonna go on his belt collector saga again?
I think
Pro-
the end game. I think the end game is he's gonna win the international title, and eventually at All In he'll fight Okada, and they're gonna unify those because you don't need a continental and a international title. They're both the
Definitely
same thing.
don't. Right.
So I think that's the end game. I think they fight at All In, and Kenny's gonna beat Okada, and they'll merge the titles together. And that's
yeah,
that's that's
I
probably the end
could
game
see.
there.
Yeah, I could see that. Speaking of Okada, he's defending his title against Brody King.
That'd be a good match.
Yeah,
Okada's
like
gonna
that was just random to me. Like I didn't know Brodus King or that's Brodus King, excuse me. Brody King was a
win. Brody,
face.
Brody. Yeah, yeah. Well,
Jesus.
they never get booed anyway. They always do the dog bark with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Brody
over
King is
as
nice.
fuck out here. The last Dynamite when he was out here, he was loved. Like, he was definitely loved out here.
hmm
Brody King is nice. Man. Like, I'm glad he's getting this shine.
So I think Okada should lose. Like fuck it, while he's hot right now. You know that I'm a big fan of that. If somebody's hot right now, pull that trigger
Yeah, I don't
because
Yeah, but
disagree.
you never know what happened. Like what a month down the line, you already know the card is always subject to change.
yeah,
Right.
I don't know though. I'm gonna go with Okada here, unless I'm wrong. But I'm going
I
with
don't. I
Okada
don't.
for the win.
I don't disagree. I just think that TK has already made up his mind and he wants to do Omega and Okada at All In. But I wouldn't be mad at Brody beating him.
It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be good no matter what, whether it's a title on the line or not. Omega and Okada, because it's Omega versus Okada. But yeah,
Right.
But when is All In again? What was that in August?
I think it's
No,
in
it's in
August.
July now. They moved it. It's in July.
Yeah. So you think they're gonna have the belt on this dude for that long? Yeah,
I
I think of
mean,
that too.
when Okada won the Continental Classic, you know, Kenny came back. You know, they had their face down. They had their face. They're facing off against each other, and the camera focused on the All In the background. So they pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah.
told you that's where it's happening. So
Yeah,
and I don't mind it happening there. I mean, that's a big match, and that's a match that should be saved at a big show. You know, so.
at least they're doing the right thing with that.
hmm
Uh,
Yeah, what's the next match?
Yeah.
um, Mercedes is gonna be defending the TBS title against this Japanese star, Momo
Oh, the Momo chick.
Watanabe.
Momoka
Yeah.
Lokoto.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Another
the
notch on
big
her
news
belt,
here
huh?
is the big news here is that they're doing these at first I was kind of like, all right, maybe it was a one off, but they keep doing it. They keep showing the Billy Starks chick, who's basically Athena's young girl, you know. And I'm like, they've done
Are
that
they
like two
go-
or three times now.
are they gonna do? Are they pulling the trigger with Mercedes versus Athena? Because I'm here for it.
I think so because All In
Yeah,
is in Texas.
I'm trying to find the on the tweets with them going back and forth. I can't find it. Because that's what I heard.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
I think that's the end game here because All In is in Texas and Athena is a Texas girl. So you know they're gonna want to have her on the card. So I think what's gonna and the Billy Starks chick, she's really good. She's very young, but she's very good. I think what's gonna happen is at some point we're gonna get Mercedes versus Billy Starks, and then she beats Billy, and that's when Athena's gonna come in. You know, I think that's what
Mm.
her. The only problem is that Athena's Ring of Honor Women's Champion. They need to get that shit off of her. You know, so
That's just turned into an anchor now. It's like, what more can you do with that belt?
I mean, I
right.
thought she was. I really thought she was gonna drop it to Billy Starks. Really, realistically,
So
she
did
should
I.
have. Realistically, she should have, and then moved on to Mercedes. But here we
But
are.
yeah, but yeah, I think Mercedes is beating Momo, and I think the end game here is they're going to do Athena versus Mercedes at All In, and I'm here for it.
Right.
Me
If it
too.
means that Athena, if this is how she gets on the main roster, that's funny. I don't really use that term for AEW, but here we are.
Right?
Right.
if this if this gets her on the AEW main roster, then fine, I'm for it. Let's do it then.
Right, man. Go for it.
It's definitely long overdue.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
So
we'll
yeah, we
see.
all know Mercedes she's gonna beat Shorty. So thanks for the
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah.
Next match, Hangman versus MJF.
Oh man.
This is a hard one.
I want to say
Well, it's
Hangman.
MJF.
I want to say Hangman so bad, but I think it's going to be MJF
I
too.
think it should be a double bum out.
They've never done that on a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Both of them get counted out
On
or
a pay
something
per view,
like
they
that.
haven't.
Yeah, they never done that on a pay-per-view. That would be a first if they go that route.
I wouldn't be against it only because, like you said, they've never done it before. So
But I'm
either
so
way,
here
this
for
is going to
that.
be a long going feud.
I really think this match should have been the number one contenders match, but
Yeah,
hey,
we all agreed on that in the last show.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
like, cause they definitely, man.
they definitely gonna cook.
I'm just glad they
Man,
got
the
MJF
dude trying to
away
light
from
him on
Jarrett.
fire, yo. He's really trying to light this motherfucker on fire. He
Right.
did say he's a devil, so
He must have been watching what Kane did to JR, clearly. Jeez, I know JR backstage was having flashbacks, but
Motherfucker had PTSD, shell shock, all that shit.
Fry, you son of a bitch, Fry.
But yeah,
Oh,
I think they just have a double bum out.
Yeah, we'll see. I can go either way with this one, honestly, but because it's hard to pick a winner with this match.
Yeah, everybody wins. And you know what's so crazy? Remember, I used to be talking mad shit about Hangman, but like, there's another star to AEW build. I give him props for building.
He turned it
Hangman.
around, man.
He
He turned it around. More power to him. I thought fucking, the joke was I called McIntyre and Mac and Luger. I was like, this dude's a bum. He's done. And he turned it into McIntyre. He turned it into Mac and Savage. So big ups. He turned it around.
Mac and Luger. This motherfucker lost one of the biggest matches of his whole life, and he's singing fucking karaoke with this fucking goof.
Oh God. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe they did that. Fuck you, Vince, for that. Good Lord.
Did he say, although we was off the air? Motherfucker, does it matter?
Even if you were off the air, you shouldn't be doing that shit. Even if you were off the
oh man.
Nigga, even if you were off the air, the internet is forever, my guy.
Yeah.
Unreal.
That shit would have been on the internet anyway. Good Lord. But anyway, the next match is a steel cage match. Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay.
Ooh, this is interesting because AEW actually doesn't do cage matches like that. In fact, I think they've done I'm trying to count. I could be wrong here. I think they've only done 4. They did Cody and Wardlow, like at the very beginning of AEW. I remember, yeah, that was the one where Cody did the moonsault and he broke his toe. That was Wardlow's first match. That was his first match on Dynamite. They did.
Is that what he had beef with MJF?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They did Cody Wardlow. They did the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks. That was at a pay-per-view. Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker had a cage. That's where Rosa won. And I think Kenny and Mox, when Don turned on Kenny, when he gave Mox the the little screwdriver thing.
That was blood and guts when that happened, but
yeah. They don't really do cage matches like that. So honestly, I'm torn. I'm torn because I think
the last match was Hangman and Swerve, wasn't it?
I think that was a cage match. Was that a cage? Yeah, there was a cage match.
I thought it was a lights out match. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
It was kind of both actually, but yeah.
That shit was an everything goes match. It was all that shit around. Needles and syringes, all that shit.
All right. Yeah. I'm torn on this match because I think that Kyle Fletcher is the future. I think I've made the comparison. I see a lot of Randy Orton in him. I think he's the guy that they can focus on, and he can be like the future of the brand for like the next 5 years if they book him right.
Yeah.
So I don't think Ospreay is going to get hurt at all by a loss at all. So honestly, I would have.
They should be. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
I would honestly have him go over. I don't think it's going to hurt Ospreay at all.
What I was gonna say before I lose my thought, I was gonna say that they should be the main event for the heavyweight championship like later on this year. Mm-hmm. It should be them two, Kyle Fletcher and Ospreay, for the AEW championship later this year. That should be the goal.
I'd definitely be down for that. I'll tell you this though, if Kyle Fletcher does go over, he should be challenging for a title immediately.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I would have him take that belt from Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
Why everybody keep saying that? Yeah. Everybody somebody take the belt off of Danny Garcia. Anybody, like
because I'm saying if it's not gonna be, you're not gonna have him fight Takeshita, you're not gonna have him fight Okada, even though he already. Well, then again, no, you know what? They could have him fight Okada. He already pinned Okada. Yeah. I remember that.
And
that
it's
whole
nothing against
tournament, the whole
it's
tournament was
nothing
supposed to
against
be about
Danny.
to be
Like,
him. It's supposed to be him winning that belt in the first place.
yeah,
That tournament
it's
was
not.
supposed to be groomed for
Yeah,
this dude. It was supposed to be groomed for him.
nothing against Danny. He's a good kid, and there's nothing wrong for company trying to push a young up and coming guy, but he's just not it, man. He's just not.
I
So
mean, him winning the title was a cool moment for him. I'm glad he got that under his belt.
Tony
yeah,
Khan, he resigned him because he was in his feelings. He didn't want him to go to anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you want to resign somebody, have a plan for them.
it's not that Danny Garcia is bad. It's just there's just so many other options that you could put the TNT title on. Like at
Yeah.
first I was like, yo, give this belt to Shelton and just let him cook. But I'm like,
Yeah.
but you
Remember,
got
didn't they tease that? They teased that a little bit from before, right? And then he just was like, well,
yeah,
fuck it. I'm just gonna go for the tag team belts.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree though. Kyle Fletcher should have a title on him like immediately, as soon as
Yeah.
possible. So
If he beats Osprey, absolutely is even more. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I could go either one with this one, honestly.
I'm going with Fletcher.
same.
I'm going with Fletcher. Like what you said, Osprey will definitely be fine.
And I think Kenny's gonna beat Takeshita. I don't want to have Takeshita and Fletcher lose. Like one of them should, you know,
Well, whoever
somebody
does,
should.
Yeah, to
whoever
make the
wins,
Callis family look strong, yeah. Or keep
whoever
them
lo-
looking strong.
whoever whoever loses, the other one's winning for sure.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like the Callis family can't have a horrible night.
Uh, oh, then maybe Don Callis should change his entrance music then.
Oh God. That shit sound like a fat dude in the porta potty with mud butt. That's the worst theme music I ever heard in my whole entire life. Like I'm not even capping. I'm like, it's not even music. That's just what is that?
Oh God. Uh, the next match is the women's title, the trilogy, Mariah May and Tony Storm.
Yeah, here's my take. I'm gonna say something that you had mentioned a while back, saying, man, COVID is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. But during COVID, a lot of companies were doing the cinematic match due to limitations. Just because COVID is gone doesn't mean we should just abandon the cinematic aspect. If there's
Right.
any match that could benefit from cinematics, is this. This should not be a match. This should be like some Bray Wyatt level cinematic type shit because they've already established that this feud is basically a play. Playing
Yeah.
the part of Mariah May is Tony's. You know, see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this should
Right.
just be like some. This should be like some Quentin Tarantino, Bray Wyatt level cinematic like match. That's what I would do with Tony winning, obviously. But
Well,
because I believe this is just going to be a falls count anywhere match. That's what it's going to be. But I think this
it's
should just be a cinematic
yeah.
match.
Well, it's gonna be violence. That I know that for sure, but I definitely
Yeah.
agree. The cinematics, I love the cinematic matches. I'm not gonna lie,
Hmm.
but yeah, they should. And it's not like me. I want AEW to do it. I want WWE to do it.
Yes.
Not every time, but and they both got the budget to do it. So so
Especially
this
WWE. It just kills me. It's like with the whole when Roman Reigns was on his dominant reign. They should have like vignettes with him actually on an island with like a tribe of motherfuckers, like treating him like a king, like have him do some segments like that when they like you know, hailing him and he's like on a throne and that he cut a promo talking to his followers. You got motherfuckers in the back doing nothing. Have them as extras.
Right.
which they do regardless. But yeah, I
I'll
thought
have them
that would
like
have
on an island or something, like just do like not all the time, but like here and there, like have like two different shoots with him
I
that would
would
on an
have been
have. I would
island.
cool.
have. I
That'd have
would have
been
did
cool.
some. I would have did some Black Panther type shit. It's been a minute since I've seen Black Panther, but that part in the movie where T'Challa will like commune with all like the previous kings, where he was like in
Okay.
that far plane. where like all
Right.
the Black Panthers were like on the tree, and then one of them turned into his dad or some shit. I would have
Right.
did
Yeah.
like a segment where Roman would have been like on like in like this special like to a regular person, it would have been like, okay, it's just a random grass field, but it would have been like, no, this is like where all his fellow tribesmen like Yokozuna and Umanga
You know what I'm
and his
saying?
brother
Hell yeah.
Rosie. Yeah, like it could be like a special ground where he goes to commune with his fellow tribesmen, and they're giving him counsel on like what he should do, and just stuff like that. That would have been
Yeah.
cool.
And you hear them talking to him like in his head, like you just hear like because around the time AI was around it at that time too, they're gonna use AI to have as a voices in his head and shit like that. That should have been fucking hot.
Right.
Yeah.
And that'd have been fire. I'd have been here for it.
And then
man.
you could have
That'd
had
have
and you could have had Keish too, because Keish is still, thank God, he's still with us. He's still here. Keish could have been like, see, to me, Keish could have been like the real Wiseman, because he's alive and he's an older senior and all that, But yeah.
been-
Anyway,
can you really say that though?
I'm going to
That
predict
dude-
Tony Storm to win. This has been a fun feud, but it's time to go over.
Yeah, it's time for that shit to
This,
wrap
that,
up.
this is definitely going to be the last match between those two. I'm going with Tony Storm as well.
Yeah, we all agree on that. And I just think I hope they have something for both of them to do when they go their separate ways.
Right. Although I do think they're going to go with the psycho route with Mariah, which I'm here for.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive actually, because these two girls have had a stranglehold on the women's title for like nearly 2 years. So good job. But yeah, it's definitely time to move on.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll be all right. And now the main event, Edge versus Mox.
We're gonna have
All right,
a new
I already
champion.
gave away I already gave away my spoiler. This is my spoiler. Let me cook. All right, so on Dynamite, Jay White cut a promo where he said, I'm paraphrasing him, he said, Cope had his back, so he's going to have Cope's back. And he said that the new champion at Revolution will be Cope. He didn't say Adam Cope. He just said the champion will be Cope. So here is how we end this fucking nonsense. It's stupid, but professional wrestling stupid. Go with me here, okay?
Mhm.
Christian's got that contract, and
I
they've
know
already
exactly
established
where
that you
you're
have
going
to
with
sign the
this.
contract. As dumb as it is, that's the rule they established. Remember when he was going to cash in, then Kip Sabian stole it? He stole the pin. That's the rule that
Right.
they've established. You have to sign the contract. So here's what you do. You do Edge, Cope, whatever. Cope and Mox. The story here is that Cope took out all the Death Riders, and Wheeler Yuta basically told him to fuck off. Okay, whatever. You do Mox and you do Cope, and then you have Cope beat Mox straight up. He pins him straight up. Cope's the new champion. Cool. And Christian comes out and he's gonna cash in on a beaten down, tired Cope. Then you have Jay White come out, because if you remember, Christian injured Jay White. That's why Jay White was gone when when the Gun Club was feuding with Christian's group. So to protect Cope, Jay White takes out Christian, hits a Blade Runner on Christian, but the contract is still there. Cope, being a dumb babyface, is celebrating, not paying attention to the fact the contract is on the ground. Jay White looks at it, has a look on his face, he smiles, takes Christian's pin, signs the contract, hits the Blade Runner on Cope, tells the ref, ring the bell, rings the bell, covers him. 1, 2, 3. Your new champion's Jay White. It makes sense. Jay White is a heel. He is not a babyface. Don't you think it's weird how chummy he is with Cope? Like, if you've watched New Japan, Jay White is not a babyface.
But
He's a
doesn't
heel.
matter who
Like-
matter who signs the contract. I thought it mattered if Christian signed the contract. So anybody can sign the contract.
I mean, that's what it's stupid, I know, but that's what they established. Because when Christian was going to sign it, the Kip Sabian dude stole it. So the implication is right now the contract is open. It hasn't been signed. And to be fair, they, as dumb as it is, and again, I know it's dumb, but to be fair, they've actually done this in wrestling before. I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but when Chris Benoit won the Royal Rumble, Shawn Michaels super kicked Benoit on that Raw contract signing, and then Shawn Michaels signed his name on it, and that's how it became a triple threat at Mania.
Right.
So again, it's stupid, but it's wrestling. So they have done this before. This is not like a brand new thing. It's just something that wrestling doesn't really do like that. But the point is, we need to get this title off of Mox. I don't care who fucking does it, and that's the good part that
Today,
AEW
anything,
has.
just block it. I
They have
don't give a fuck. As long as it's, as long as the belt, wherever the belt is at, as long as it's off this motherfucker, that's all that matters.
Right. Not to mention, since Swerve is going to beat Ricochet, they already said the winner of the match is going to get the next shot. So that means if Swerve wins, you get Swerve versus Jay White. That's a new match we've never seen before. I'm here for that. I'm here for that too. And I actually think this is a possibility. And finally, it gives Jay something to do because he can finally be like, on TV and he can get his shine as a heel. So, because if you do this idea.
What happened to these motherfuckers being a crew, the Gun Club and all that? The Bang Bang Gang pause. Like how they just split up randomly? Did they even explain?
That's on TK to address that after the fact. I mean, it seems like they're faces now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I would be down for that if that happens. I would. Yeah. I've also been hearing that Jack Perry might come back and join Mox. Because remember, they've also done this before too. Every time they take out a couple faction members, somebody also comes back and does a surprise return. So
yeah,
it's possible.
I can see that. I can see that because he has the bus, so I can see the Death Riders traveling in his bus. I can see that. I can definitely see that for sure. But yeah, we got to get the title off of Mox. That's the direction. Normally it would be like, okay, he's the dominant heel champion, give him his run, he drops it all in. Like, no, fuck that. This is not working. The Death Rider stuff's not working. Let's just get the title off of him. I don't care how you do it. I think this Jay White idea has some levity to it because if Jay White's the champion, that means your title scene is going to be Jay White, Swerve, Ricochet, Hangman, MJF, Ospreay, Fletcher. That's pretty good. It's a nice crop of, young, fresh talent. So that's the direction. So, but
I'd be here for it.
Yeah.
But my thing is this is what I was just thinking about. Like, say like if Cope or Switchblade ends up, finishing off the night becoming champion, what are they gonna hold up and celebrate? What are they gonna celebrate holding up? The briefcase? Because damn well that belt ain't in the briefcase. That briefcase is too small for the belt to be in. Like, what are they gonna hold up to celebrate?
Right.
He mentioned Christian. He said have Jay White get rid of Christian, and while Christian is knocked out or whatever, the contract will be on the mat, and then have Jay White just pick up the contract and sign it and catch Cope with the Blade Runner.
Yeah, the reason I feel so strongly about it is because, like I said, if anyone's watched New Japan, Jay is a heel. He is not a face or a tweener. He's a heel, and he's a piece of shit heel. So seeing him all buddy with Edge is just fucking weird. It's like, is he taking out? Is he helping Edge? Right, like so. It's almost as if like, is he helping Edge take out the Death Riders because he want to, or is he helping Edge take out the Death Riders to benefit himself? And I think that could be it. He's helping Edge take out the Death Riders, so that way when he steals the contract, nobody will interfere. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something Jay White would do. It's just something he would do. The question is TK going to do that? I don't think he will do it, but it's what I would do. So,
I mean to switch gears, but now they just announced that Cena's going to be at Saturday Night's main event in May.
Right.
Okay. Well, I mean, that kind of, would you think that kind of gives away the Mania match then? Because I think it kind of does.
Right.
Right.
In a way.
Why would he be at Saturday Night's main event if he
If he's not going to be
loses?
the champion. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They're only doing 4 a year. So that kind of gives away the finish, if you ask me. I mean, I could be wrong, but
it does give it away just slightly.
Yeah.
Because given the fact that this dude's schedule.
Yeah. I was assuming Cody was going to lose anyway. Now I'm thinking but I wasn't sure. I was kind of 70% sure. After you said that, I'm 90% sure now that he's losing.
And I think he should lose. I think he should lose because, what I mean? Whatchamacallit? Why turn Cena heel in the first place? If you wasn't gonna have him, if you wasn't gonna have him win that Mania, what you gonna wait for? SummerSlam? Nah. He his heel turn is hot now.
Yeah, it's funny because really, in the end of the day, I think that's what killed Nakamura when he turned heel, and in the end, what did it really lead to? Nothing, because he never won the title. So, yeah.
Yo, this dude John is a mess. I see when he posted in the group chat. With fucking the shit with Rikishi. They put Naomi face on Rikishi.
Yeah.
I did it for Bianca.
Yeah.
I wonder what's up with Black Star.
So I guess that's the play then.
I
I
guess
guess he's busy tonight. So I guess that's the play then. Where you're doing Jade and Naomi at Mania.
That's what's looking like.
I mean, they're good. I mean, it also looks like and clearly the reports were wrong because they're doing they're still going with Drew and Priest. So
I'm sorry, bro. I said what I said. I said downgrade for Drew. No offense to Priest. It is, bro. It is. When you carry a brand on your back for a year, you deserve more than that in Mania. They're giving Drew leftovers. That's fucked up.
Drew about to be the #1 contender for the U.S. Championship.
Yeah. They did him dirty, bro. That would be like
that contract.
Yo, Drew again. No offense to Priest, Drew against Priest at Mania. That's like after the year Stone Cold had a 97 and 98, he faces fucking Steve Blackman at Mania. What? He deserves way better than that.
Black Soul was on the marathon with this dude King Leo. Yeah, he crazy. I was if we do another marathon, I'll pull up for a little while, say what's up or whatever. But 11 hours, you on your own with that, buddy.
I could do something like that, on New Year's, but that's about it, though.
Yeah, basically he was playing. First he was playing 2K24, I think until midnight, and then with midnight when 2K25 dropped, he started playing that.
Okay.
I guess Black Soul.
That's interesting, though.
In the chat.
That's interesting, though. Jade versus Naomi. Okay.
And Bianca Belair is probably gonna be the special referee or something. They're gonna include her somewhere in that shit.
I don't know.
Well, she'll be in the women's match with.
Oh yeah, I'm bugging. Yeah, she's going against Io.
Io.
Yeah, she's going against Io. Yeah, I'm tripping.
They might do they might turn that into a triple threat and put Rhea in it. But yeah.
But that was a great analysis from Toph, the last show. That was a great analysis about Charlotte Flair basically, telling her about herself and being accurate. And we didn't even notice that shit until Toph had brought it up.
Yeah,
she definitely needs a change in the character now that the Dom and Liv stuff, because that's been the story for well over a year. So she needs to have a rechange.
Yeah,
speaking of
not
Charlotte,
with Judgment Day no more.
Yeah, speaking of Charlotte, shout outs to all the dirt sheets that were wrong. Before the Rumble, there were all these reports about Charlotte getting a makeshift and just she's gonna be like a completely new character. She's the same basic vanilla bitch she always was. So
Right.
it's always nice to see that she's being proven wrong again. So
You a mess.
Oh my God.
I will never forgive you, Andrade. You had one job. Jesus.
Andrade got sick of her.
And I know for a fact that, man, them Hispanic dudes have good genes. So,
Before we get up out of here, you know, I got the bum out of the week. About to pull it up real quick. Give me a second. Shit. Ah. Okay, hold on. Drew got mopped up by Punk. Blackman was fine. Yeah, man. Blackman was that guy.
yeah, JBL was running from him. I wish I could have been there to see it.
Hmm.
Do. Yeah, I like this theme song too.
I got a bum out of the week.
Ow.
Good
My
Lord.
hole.
But how was that her finishing move though? Whose finishing move is?
Zero
Yikes!
athleticism.
God,
Stay in the
her leg
kitchen.
is, oh God, her leg is snapped.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that was
I had
rough.
to look. I wouldn't have noticed if they didn't slow it down, but her leg is broken right after that dive.
And that was her finishing move. Like,
Jesus.
well, that move finished her.
You're not supposed to land on your. Was she trying to land on her feet with that?
Probably
I
is
think.
like you're not that athletic, ma. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm shocked she actually did the full. You know what I'm saying?
Rotation.
The full rotation on that flip. I'll give her props for that. Just that the landing went all wrong. She caught the Sid Vicious leg off the kick.
Right.
But anyway, let's get up out of here. I'm gonna keep y'all posted if I figure out a way to watch Revolution and shit.
Right.
Try to see what's up with that. And
Yeah, unfortunately,
Drew McIntyre got his win
Amazon
back.
is. Yeah,
Yeah, I said what?
I said unfortunately I did some digging. You still got to pay on Amazon Prime. So
Yo, we about to leave that shit alone because how they fucking hacked my lady. My lady was trying to see what's up with that shit. And it's like Amazon was in on the hacking too.
that's happened to me before. Yeah, what you got to do is, and this is for anybody out there. It's annoying, but trust me, it'll save you from being hacked. Anyone that uses an Amazon, if you got your credit card or whatever it is, how you pay your shit on there, remove it from the site because people be hacking into that shit and they'll order stuff in your name.
Yeah.
And
That's
yeah,
what they were
they'll
trying
like,
to do, but she had turned
yeah.
her card off, and motherfuckers kept trying to purchase shit off of her account.
Mm-hmm. They'll like use your name and then try to have it mailed to like an address similar to where you live at. It's like really weird. So I removed my personal info, and I haven't had any issues with it since then. It's annoying because you got to manually enter your shit every time you buy something, but at least no one hacks your shit that way. So yeah.
I'll definitely relay that message.
Alrighty.
But yeah, B, let's get up out of here, B. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Y'all already know the vibes. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, B. Stay out of trouble. Don't be a twerp and sub.
Yes, sir.
Peace out,
Later.
motherfucker.